Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Teeth and Lies. My name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be the Dungeon Master of the game. Now, Teeth and Lies is a part of an ongoing storyline. That of the Gatecrashers. They are rainbow-coloured heroes, agnostic beings who think that God's involvement's No. It's down to heroes to save the day. But first of all, let me introduce you to my players and some of our supporters and our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns, and my character, Syrah, uses she, they pronouns. Syrah is a security and interplanetary relations restoration automaton and is an alternate world version of Sarah from A Divergent Dream. Syrah was also created by Nanny, a different Nanny, this time a dimension-travelling gatecrasher, and as their name suggests, they were created to help the Gatecrashers with their interplanar work, and they've been programmed to serve the Gatecrashers directive. At all costs?
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns, and this is Bernard Hart, rockstar legend. And backing me up today, we've got on the bass guitar, anti-sulfuric. On the rhythm guitar, we've got anti-hydrochloric. And on the drums, we've got Ant Battery. Yes, this is Heartburn and the Art Acids.
Hi, I'm Lola, pronouns they, them, and I'll be playing Irerai. Irerai, the Lightbringer. Pronouns are Z, Zem, and Zer. Z is an interplanar traveler in Zero Right, and is somehow recently being inducted into the gig? We don't know. We don't really understand, but there are no alternate versions of them. There's only one. What happened there?
Hello, my name's Niall. I use he, him pronouns, and my character is called Ruin, and she uses she, her pronouns. She is a dark and twisted character with a deep, sad, tragic backstory that is hidden behind an iron mask, and even more infernal iron. She's found in the depths of hell, more specifically the first layer, so not that deep when you think about it. But she died, or she would have died if it wasn't for a gatecrasher that saved her. Now, will she continue her vengeance or whatever it is that she was doing before the gatecrashers? Who knows? But we'll find out together this season in Teeth and Lies.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited Roll Together dice. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
Big love to our D20 club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put !code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok by searching Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and want to see our previous adventures, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or on your favourite podcasting app by searching for Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out Safety in Chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
Didn't they do well? Let's get to it. Let's save the multiverse. Hello, 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 denizens of the multiverse. Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 4 of Teeth and Lies. When we last left our intrepid heroes, they had gone to a marvellous party. A party thrown by the most refined ever count you're ever going to meet, the Vicomte de Perot. Well, some people call him Bluebeard. What a...
Or the Viscount de Pahoo, am I right?
Tom, I already have questions. Did you buy that glass just for a bit?
No, of course I don't. I go to fancy parties. For podcast listeners, I am drinking out of a. It's
got a goblet with red liquid in it.
I've got a goblet. It's certainly. I don't drink wine.
I drink
Ribena.
Looks like Ribena.
It is Robinson's fruit juice, apple and blackcurrant.
Other scotches are available.
Other squashes are available. For podcast listeners, God's be with you. Good luck, friends. Anyway, so the party had gone to a party. They had all got dressed up in a variety of beautiful clothing, as befitting such a shindig. Very quickly, it turned out that it was a wedding. It was a, let's say, not but totally agreeable wedding, as one of the prisoners that the party had been following, Perividi, the snake lady, seemed to be being sold off in trade. She wasn't happy. She was chained to the vampire, as it turns out, Bluebeard. The various party members, Syrah, did some sneakiness and talked to a bunch of children, a bunch of small French children, including, I think I called one of them Baguette.
Baton and stick-on, I have.
I think I didn't name the...
there was a stinky boy.
So Stick-on was the stinky boy, Baton was the tiefling, and I never named her, but Cheriton was the I was about to say was the girl. Well done, Tom. You're doing so well. Anyway, just to quickly get to things, the party were able to free one of the prisoners. Syrah and Irarai snuck off. Broke into the one room that no one's ever supposed to go to in Bluebeard's castle, but rather than going in, the door was flung open and revealed that a mysterious party guest was indeed that shape-shifting trickster, Civ Loki, who had borrowed one of the other prisoners, a Kenku known as Broken Glass, or... no idea if that was picked up by the audio, but yes. So, as... we ended the last episode. Ruin stabbed the vampire in the chest with a sentient knife, a knife that demands blood, and we're better to find blood than a vampire's castle. And as the band struck up into a ballroom blitz, Thank you. Two of our party rushed back in, and we are indeed about to go into combat. So, so that little delight that is combat. So, everyone, please roll initiative.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dice is going to.
Boo,
give me
low
love
dice,
today.
boo.
Boo.
We'll try this one.
Don't fuck me. Oh, okay. Thank you.
11 on the
Did what
die,
you
which
told.
makes 15.
It delivered. I got a natural 20 for a 29.
Nora. Okay, so...
She's not here.
Well, isn't she? Hi, future Tom. No, she's not. It's the same of like when we're playing with Evie. Like Arcana, also Arcana. Cool. Actually, so let's shout. So Ruin with a 29. Does anyone have higher than a 20? Anyone 15 to 19?
15.
15.
Also 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for keeping it nice and tidy for me. Okay, what's people's dex modifiers?
Plus
0.
0. Monk. So Irai, what's it?
Plus
Yours?
4.
+4. And Bernard?
3.
Okay, so I will do it as...
And the paladin chunks in last.
Very annoying because I rolled a 5 on the dice, but I got a +10 to my initiative.
Spicy.
Spicy. That's a spicy meatball. So yes, let's just sort of reset the scene. So, we're at a party. Everyone's having a lovely time. There is a fire genasi serving drinks. That's going to be going on in the background. Just
Water genasi.
water genasi opposed to the fire genasi. Just, folks, I always like to think of it like a Mortal Kombat or like a Street Fighter thing, where there's just like there's stuff going on in the background, life's carrying on. Yeah, drinks are being served. Party guests are like, okay.
Sorry, I've suddenly just started imagining this as if it's like a genuine like 2D battle now.
I say,
Oh, it's
new entertainment.
Yes, actually, as you sort of like those of you who are in the room, I was like, yeah, most of these people aren't vampires. They're just rich assholes who are just like, oh, I declare,
Money vampires.
Very good.
So, Bluebeard, having been stabbed by Ruin, Bernard, who is it Enthrall that you cast? Is the
Yes,
spell?
so I think because there was a little bit of chatter after I
Yeah.
cast it, we've got like maybe a round worth left of it.
About let's say sort of like end of this turn, yeah. So what's up? So
Bluebeard's at a disadvantage to see anyone other than me.
oh, but you're so distinctive. You're so cool, which I think I might have not focused enough on. Which I think is very funny that Bluebeard was having this whole thing about a knife going into his chest, and he's like, "But look at the entertainment over there." Just
How good Bernard is.
he's just you can't take your eyes off him. Yes,
Leaving
so
to death, however.
So, which makes sense because so at the top of the round with a 29, we do indeed have Ruin. There is a vampire. There is a band who are rocking out. You can kind of see behind you that a large orcish maitre d' looking fellow seems to be very slowly like getting something off the wall that looks like a big great sword. At the moment, that is everyone. Also, you can hear as your party are like running in. There's also like the crashing. Someone's knocked over a candelabra. It sounds like as something is coming down the corridor towards you. Ruin, the table is yours.
Well, it sounds like we're about to maybe get messy. So I think
Yes.
she's gonna touch her armbands, which then start to almost like Tony Stark Avengers summon pieces of armor out from seemingly itself. But yeah, they do kind of appear in like big chunks as they and that takes an action to don my armor, getting my armor class back up to 21.
Wow.
You don't hit me. You don't.
You
Stop.
just don't.
No.
And that's how she says it.
Yeah.
Hey.
She turns into like Babushka. She's like, no, you don't hit me. Stop.
You do that voice, and then Gruner's like, another fine hag. good to see you. Come to the coven.
As the armor and the cloak redons on, she's gonna like hold her hands out, and as a bonus action, use defensive field for as part of my guardian armor, and she kind of like revs her arms like as if they were like motorbike throttles, and as she does, the whole armor, like she's not holding on to throttles, but she kind of goes like turns her arms in as if she was throttling a bike that's not there, and as she does so, I'm gonna gain 9 temporary hit points, and the infernal sort of like quality of the armor just starts to burn even hotter, giving a little bit of a little buffer if anybody does hit me. Which they shouldn't,
Because
because you're not hitting me.
Watching this.
You're not hit me.
Not hit me, but if you do, you don't do damage.
I really don't want to know what just happened to your voice there, but
Oh, she didn't say any of that. Let's not ruin the call.
Canon now.
I'm also aware of the meta as a vampire.
He's like looking at camera.
I love it.
Directly in camera.
Um,
I've watched Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend, he says.
I went to the cinema. I got a popped corn.
I've actually got the like little bucket for 10 quid and everything.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you later.
Yeah,
I'll show you on the break.
Folks, when we do like show and tell in the break, then we can admire. Okay, so that's your action. That's your bonus action. You still got your reaction. Beautiful. I'm gonna do a lair action. I think, you know, as we are in the lair. Everyone, you're all kind of like, everyone who's in the room sort of feels like it's like a slight sort of. It's weird, especially like for Syrah, who doesn't really have like a stomach, but there's enough to be like, there's something curdling here. There's something wrong, and especially those of you who use magic can feel there's something has changed in the atmosphere. So, I'm just saying that now. Let's see if that's going to pay off.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. It's what you love to hear. Irai.
Yes.
How are you?
I actually want to move my turn after. Well, okay. It depends. Is this an
Yes.
object interaction, or is this gotta be either a bonus action? I want to shut and try and blockade the door, but
Ooh.
after obviously Sarah has come through.
How are you trying to shut the door? Is it just sort of shut?
I want to grab like a table and chuck it in front of the.
I've kind of like. I'm tempted to say that might be. Let's say that's a bonus action. I know it's an
Okay.
object interaction, but rather than because you're not doing this with any precision, and if you were trying to open, it's a bit like the difference between like closing the door and like smashing through it. So if you're happy to do as Syrah, I'm happy that that's not you holding an action, but like as Syrah plonks through, that's when you slam.
Well,
the
no,
door.
I figured
Yeah.
as we're technically obviously. Reels of writ, dexterity, blah 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 blah. But we're all on the same initiative, so
It's true. Although we are doing the dex modifier, but I won't make you slam the door on your friend, the person you know from work, who you've known for less than a day. Yes, no, that's yeah. As tempted as I am to just slam Nat behind a door and just go, no, deal with that. Just you and Syrah. Yeah, very rude. No, yeah. So that's if you're happy to donate your bonus action to that.
yeah, that's not a thing that monks need at all.
No.
Or rangers.
Rangers.
I actually need my bonus actions. Okay, you know what?
Or do you want to donate your action? Would you rather? You got to donate. So throw something on the pyre.
No,
No.
I don't want to throw anything on the fire. I am going to do this fun little thing where I go, oh, it's all kicking off, and chuck a radiant sunbolt.
Cool. Okay, so you want to throw a radiant sunbolt at, I assume, at the vampire?
What's the lay of the land? Obviously, we've got a currently enstabbed Bluebeard.
Yep.
In front of Bernard and
A ruin.
thing.
Yeah. And then sort of like up to the side, there is a band who are rocking out, and then back sort of like, so if you're thinking where you are, if you're looking to your right, that's where the battle's happening. To your left, there is an orc who is very slowly getting that very sort of Alfred the Butler style, like, oh, right, someone's attacking the Wayne Manor. Come on, let's get the weapons. And also behind you, something is sprinting. Also, there is a red-headed woman in a very large dress carrying a little bird who is also just getting through the door as you're about to slam it shut.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, I'm gonna look at the thing kicking off, and I am going to chuck this Radiant Sunbolt at Bluebeard
Because
it's more of a, like, not quite stumble, but quick thing, like, oh, let's get the vampire, and that's bad. That was bad. That was a bad roll. That was a 17.
17 does hit, though.
Okay, good. It was just bad on the die. Okay, so I don't do a whole lot of damage. However, it is radiant, and we like that. That's 5 damage. I rolled a 1 on the dice.
Oh, my Lightbringer has brought the light as you cast your light, and it just.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bluebeard is a vampire. Is that actually 10 damage? Maybe. Possibly. No? Not weak to radiant damage? Okay, fine.
I'm not weak to it. It might do other things, but I'll stop mugging the camera. No, although, Ira, you've spent some time probably fighting these sort of things. You're like, okay, that hasn't done extra damage, but he looked particularly annoyed at it. Maybe you can also have seen that, I think Ruin would have picked up on this as well, like, where the knife was has kind of, like, healed over, and now has kind of, almost like scurvy, reopened, now being hit by radiant damage. And he's like, oh, for goodness sake.
Okay.
Okay,
that's basically all I could do unless I get up close. Because
I mean,
I'm a monk.
Want to get up close?
No, I want to shut the door.
Shut that door.
Shut that door.
Okay, so Iri action, bonus action. The rock and roll sensation that is Bernard Hart. Stage is yours.
Debating on what order to do these things in. I think because my enthrall is going to end at the end of this turn, I think I might renew it.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I've run out of second level slots, so I'll have to burn a third for it. Yeah, I will get everything that isn't a Gatecrasher or accompanying a Gatecrasher to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Within 60 foot.
Okay,
so all eyes on me.
That's fair. This guy right here. I'll begin with Bluebeard. Wisdom, did you say?
Wisdom, please, yeah.
Wisdom. He got an 8, but legendary resistance, just like, nope. So that, hey, you burnt one. I'll roll for the orc. 18.
18 is my DC, passes.
Okay, is very, very focused on beating up these guys. The band gets an 11, and then just sort of like are playing, but now they're playing to you. They're like, yeah, this is enthralled. Yeah, you are their focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Person pouring the drinks, they're just like,
I'll roll it. That's another 18. But they're looking at you through choice. They're just like, hey.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's my action, and I've still got a spell that I want to cast, so I don't really have anything else that I can do, and I don't.
Actually, that does remind me.
Yes.
That I might have to retroactively change this, because let's see what happens with the lair action. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh dear. I can.
Well, actually, before we do it, okay, so you're about to do your enthrall. You feel like in your gut there's something. You're like, this might go bad. There's a possibility that casting a spell at the moment might turn on me.
I see.
Do you still want to cast it?
Oh yeah, Bernard doesn't have any.
Cool. Yeah, there's no fear. Can you now make me the Constitution saving throw?
I did, and it was a 16.
Meets it, beats it. So absolutely nothing has changed. But I think it's enough for you to go, cool. I think the use of magic for this moment could go nasty. So, yeah.
And do I feel like that's any spell, or specifically ones that are going to target Bluebeard?
Spells. The use of magic at the moment.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything for my next turn anyway. Just trying to tell. Yeah, no, there's no point in doing that. I'm going to give a bardic inspiration dice and hope that I don't need them for my flourishes. I'm gonna give it to Ruin, because Ruin's right in my eye line. I don't think Bernard's seen where the other ones ran off to and come back from. So Ruin makes the most sense. It's a D8 for me.
Thank you, sir.
And if you use it for what is it? I've got special stuff that means if you use it for healing, and I think damage possibly, there's some sort of bonus, but I'll read that up and I'll get back to you. But that's my turn.
Cool.
I'll get back up in his grill so that he has to look at me even if he's not enthralled to do so.
Again, this sort of oak-chested large man is like looking like.
That's fair. Bernard's not super tall. He's probably kind of 5'10", 6 foot. But he's like
your flaming hair just slightly singes the beautiful beard. He's like. Just before we move on, Irai, was your radiant thing a spell?
So no, not. It doesn't fall under spells for me.
That's not an issue then. I was like retroactively. I didn't think you were casting a spell. It was just your monk. No. Cool. You don't get a dicky tummy. Everyone's fine. Okay, cool. So we now go over.
Even get a dicky tummy?
Actually, I don't know. I think you have like immunity to poisons and disease. Yeah. No, Irai can eat whatever they like, and they're fine. Anyway, Syrah.
I'm also immune to disease and resistant to poison.
You are actually, again. I'm just looking at. Cool. There are.
Is it a poison?
Is it a poison? Weirdly, there are some things where they're like, oh well, this doesn't affect the undead or constructs, and I was like, interesting. Good to know. Although I can just tell you, Syrah, you don't know how you feel like you have a bit of a rumbly tumbly, but
something is wrong in the air with my processes.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Okay, so I want to check the noise of people running down the corridor behind us. How far away would you say that noise feels?
Oh, that is an excellent question. Well asked. As I look at a movement, let's say it's definitely gaining on you. It's going to probably hit the door. It's about 60 feet, and it's dashing. It's going to probably go.
If it's 60 feet, can I see?
Do you want to turn around and look at this thing?
As Syrah runs through the door, like the body runs forward, but the head just turns backwards just to look.
Syrah?
Yes?
Have you ever seen a Hydra?
Ooh, fun! Possibly?
Cool. Have you ever seen a Hydra made of murdered people?
Oh, no, definitely not. No.
You have now.
That's much more fun than just Brides of Dracula than I thought it was.
You got to do something with the heads, and as it turns out, it's this.
Exciting.
Is it a bridra?
It's a
Bridra.
It's the Bridra. I am literally, folks. It's called the Necrohydra, but now it's not. It's the Bridra.
Necrohydra. That's sick.
Roleplay.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh, they're screaming. They're just
They're all screaming.
They're just like. They're not close enough that wherever these cacophonous moans are to affect you, but they are screaming as they're coming for you.
Okay. I also want to shout at Sylv Loki as well, but I feel like what happens is, as we are running down the corridor before we get to the door, Sarah has been shouting, "What are you doing with broken glass?"
I am being a big damn hero. I don't want the little bird to die.
Good. Then we are in alignment. Where do you intend on taking her?
Away. At which point she springs over the table, and then it's just in, and they're like, oh, fucking vampires. I know it's not her turn yet, but that is also what's happening. Yeah.
You cannot take her away from us. Just take her somewhere safe and stay nearby. Okay.
Don't try me, robots.
We'll run through the door.
Yeah.
I would like to quicken spell. I am aware of the funky nature of the air here, but I think a hydra of bodies is something that needs dealing with. I would like to cast. Let's go for it. I'm gonna quicken spell to cast a 5th level fireball as a bonus action.
Cool. You feeling the rumbly in your tumbly?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna risk it for the biscuit?
Yeah.
Cool. Constitution saving.
This is Sarah.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Now, is this a poison effect?
No.
Or a paralysis effect?
No.
Then I don't have advantage.
I mean, I'm not to meta. No.
Okay.
This is.
Well, I need to know because I get advantage if I do.
Well, again. I mean, I'm also going to be nice to you. If this goes wrong, this is going to like it's just gone wrong.
Oh, karma.
Oh no.
Hubris and karma.
Look, hubris only happens to those who are better than gods. So, what did Nat? What did you get?
That was a nat 1 for a 5.
And you cast that at level 4, right?
I mean, in the interest of honesty, it was level 5.
Level 5.
Oh, fun. Okay.
You feel.
Uri, you're dexterous, right?
You feel.
I am super dexterous. I just was closing the door.
Well, again,
I think what happens is I close the door and you hit the door instead.
Well,
and me.
Weirdly, this is actually probably better for everyone because you cast it, you feel like, oh no, there's something wrong going on with the magic here, as it twists and it doesn't even turn into the fireball. It's like the pure existence of magic just comes and smacks you for 22 points of necrotic damage, costing you the spell slot as well.
Okay. Interesting.
As you're just like, oh, no, oh.
I mean, that's better than it being the fireball here.
Yes, weirdly, that's why I was like, the fact that it just...
Ow. Okay, I have a question then about... No.
You do not have a question.
No, I was just checking, because my Armor of Agathis is if a creature hits you with a melee attack, and that is none of those things.
Also, you just hit you. You just cast magic into your little robot's tum-tums.
Yeah. Okay, 22. No worries.
I just some worries, folks. Come on. But yes.
Okay, well, fortunately, that was only my bonus action, so the turn itself is not completely stacked.
No.
Okay, so just remind me then, we have Bluebeard, and then we have Ogre?
Orc, yeah, orc.
Orc behind the bar. Was there anyone else that looked threatening?
Okay, so Orc is the guy who saw you in and is sort of like the butler of the place. There is a water genasi behind the bar who is background at the moment and is just winking at Bernard.
Dawn.
Dawn. Yes, Dawn. Yes, good memory. Yes, there's also the band.
They're playing stuff, aren't they?
They're playing stuff. It doesn't seem to. They are just, again, like in Star Wars, just the weird little like trombone thing. They're just having a great. I'm going to also say the band are vampiric, but then don't like casting bard magic. They're just playing background music. You can attack them if you need to attack them, but they are just having a wonderful. They kind of was inspired by Bernard, because they were playing quite like classical music, and now they're like, oh, we can actually get a bit funky with this.
Nice. Okay. In that case, am I closer to Bluebeard or the orc?
You're closer, probably, to Bluebeard. The orc is probably about 30 feet. So the door you're standing on, like if you turn to the right, there's a big window, Bluebeard band. To the left, 30 feet, orc, butler. Yeah. Yeah,
fine. Okay, great. In that case, I think it makes more sense anyway. She'll oh no, that was not right. Keep running, and then spot Bluebeard with Ruin. Take your hands off Ruin, and we'll just charge over, and I'm going to attack Maglive.
Bernard's like that, so like Bluebeard like looks over as this tiny little robot. 26 to hit. I'm seeing.
That is a 26 to hit.
That hits the vampire.
Great. So we'll do base damage, and then I'm going to throw a smite on there as well.
Incredibly rude.
Okay, base damage 11, and then undead. Yes.
Yes. So is that is a magical item that you're hitting?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Always good to check, folks. Also, you guys are all high level. I don't know why I'm checking. Like, do you have a magical item? Yes. So undead.
So I get an extra D8 because undead, and then I'm going to do a third level, so that's another 2D8. So that is 17 of your finest smiting damage, please. She's literally just like trotting over and just like stab. There's no flair behind it. It's just like the big banner stab.
There's a knife in his gut, and then just I almost feel like the camera's like looking at him, and we just see the top of this banner just going, and he's like, "Ow." Looking down with it like honest perplexement as this, and I think your banner like unfurls to reveal like the Gatecrashers, and he's like, right, neat.
Welcome to your new life as a pincushion.
I again, you've all been such weirdos. But he's just like,
I am sorry. I was trying combat banter. I was told it is appropriate.
Oh, yes.
Did it not land? We'll look at Ruin.
Yeah.
Ruin like side eyes you. Is just like, I thought it was great.
Thank you. And we'll just look back at Bluebeard. Clearly, you are at fault.
No, true. Thank you for not going. That just happened. Usually when people try and do combat banter, it's that kind of thing. I know this is taking longer than 6 seconds, but this is my house, so...
No, he's doing this all to camera.
Yeah, yes. No, like so many other characters...
by the bell.
Time out. Hey, guys.
Okay, just like me, time is a construct.
Hey.
Bluebeard actually goes, that's right, I like that. That's... Do you want to work for me? Have you considered that?
No, you are evil and must be stopped.
Oh, and because the Gatecrashers are so anyway. Okay, so that's your action. That's your bonus action. Yeah. You've all rolled surprising. I used the D&D roller, and you've all rolled higher than my guys, which is just yes. As I just who's. I'm just scrolling down some people. Yes, we come to the butler, who has got his great sword, and he's like, "I'm coming, sir. Don't worry." He's like, "I'm now a pincushion. I'll get the plasters, sir." As this orc charges at.
Slightly disappointed he's not using the tray as a discus and just.
You know what?
With some champagne on it.
He does have a short bow stat, so I just like the idea. I'm going to. Okay, so who's currently on? So from your U4, I'm going to roll a D4. Ruin 1, Bernard 2, Eri 3, and Syrah 4. I have rolled a 4. Makes sense because you are currently pincushioning his
Come
lordship.
at me, bro.
And even worse, bantering.
I'll have you know that I am more of a piffy put down, indeed, sir, kind of thing. But you truly are Gatecrashers at this party. As the tray goes flying, does a. It's an 11, which I think, as he's like, oh, actually, that's quite expensive crystals. It just doesn't happen. But he again, like he's like, I get actually on second thought, so that's an antique. Puts it down on the side. Comes running in for a. It's a free now. Sorry, Eri. As the great sword comes down upon you, does an 18 hit? I think you're muted.
I am muted. I was muted. My armor class is only 17.
As a great sword
once said.
Yeah.
Slash.
Find every great sword is a
pretty decent butler. Yeah. That is 12 points of slashing as the sword comes down upon you.
It's rude, actually, but okay.
That is rude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Are we not going to appreciate the great swordsman quip?
We're having fun here, folks.
It's so good.
I think I missed it. I'm sorry. I was just disheartened because I just realised I could have used magical guidance to avoid that nat one. Please tell your pun again, and I shall laugh.
I just said behind every great sword is a great swordsman, but it's dumb.
It really tickled me. It was great. It was.
It's the witticism of the season. Yeah, right. Hit by the great swordsman. It's not fair. Actually, I think it makes sense that the butler attacked the person.
The butler did it.
The butler did do it. The butler has attacked the pincussioner and also the entity that cast that horrible radiant stuff. Yes.
Is the butler a vampire too?
I was just about to say, no. This seems like he's just a regular guy. He's huge.
Oh, he's like one of their familiars, you know, that's consistently being promised like eternal life. It's like, Master, will you one day turn me into a vampire? And believe me, it's like, yeah.
I mean,
sure.
There is that. Also,
tomorrow? after my wedding. After my wedding.
I'd also like to say, to this guy's credit, he's just a very good butler. And is that sort of thing of like, when it comes to the service, of like, you see all sorts of things. You have to get rid of all sorts of messes. So
you leave my paycheck alone.
Exactly. It pays well and dental for what is like 18th century.
Yes. Kill him then.
Yeah.
Well, they are vampires. They need to look after them fangs.
Exactly. Okay, so Butler. Peravidi is wrestling with the Free Queen Gatecrasher, who seems to. He is in like his. He's trying to get his silver key out because it's like this is the mission. We get these people out. And she's like, no, I need to fight. I need to cut this guy's throat. He's like, I'm sorry, but Gatecrashers, I don't care about the fucking Gatecrashers. And you just see him with his extra arms go, oh! You're like... Again, I will remind you guys, he's dressed in pink cowboy costume as well. He's just very sweet and sweet guy.
The best boy.
He is. So that is like a contested grappling going on. That we actually now get to Bluebeard.
More like Pooh Beard, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, did Bluebeard also get a 15?
Bluebeard, we've kept going. We're down to 12 now in the initiative order.
Wait, did...
Everyone's gone, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I must have just missed that.
Again, there's a lot going on, and then we got very distracted by butlers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nat was the last of us to go.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was Bernard.
So Bernard...
I was in between.
Yeah, but Bernard tried to do the enthrall, and then I was like, retroactively, did you try and cast magic? Because that's going to give you a tummy ache.
He gave me some inspiration.
Did.
What did you do that was inspiring?
Cheeky
nipple out.
They're out already, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one.
I think it was probably just he's been kind of because the enthrall he has to kind of be rapping basically like the whole time, just speaking the whole time. So I think it was just like a
sorry, just Tom proceeded to throw gang signs over me and rotate everything. Just for the podcast listeners, that was jeez Louise.
I think it was just a particularly sick burn.
Odd.
And just kind of caught your eye.
Which is very funny, as a Dr. Doom's like, yes, witnessed.
Ruin blushes underneath her many faceplates.
I will never know.
I mean,
no one will ever know.
I hate to date this, but no, good catch on Iron Man Doctor Doom vibes.
Don't get me started. I'm so done with it. I honestly nearly threw my phone across the room. I was just like, I tweeted about it. That's how you know that I've got an opinion, is I actually tweeted something that wasn't a cat video and wasn't just me sharing someone I love.
I will come at this from a different point of view. If you're saying we don't have enough money to pay the writers, and then you've got, actually we could give 80 million to one person.
Or just another actor. Just another actor.
I will do it for 80 million. People will be very confused.
Links in chat right now to the video of Niall doing his TED Talk rant on this topic.
I could honestly spend the rest of this whole episode ranting about this decision and why I don't like it, but I still respect it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to look forward to in the Patreon. Anyway, my so my villain, my big bad for this fourth part
is Robert Downey Jr.
I'm playing everyone nowadays.
He rips off the beard and it's just Robert Downey
Honestly,
Jr.
Yes.
I know I said I hate this sort of thing. Well, that just happened. No. This is like haha funny. No, as he just morphs back into this large French pirate man. Yes, we let's get some Bluebeard. Again, sort of lifts his... Yeah, no, for the podcast listeners, Nat started doing, like, claw... Yes, literally, as his hands turned claw-like, he...
Kitty got claws.
Oh, shut up! Actually, because of that, Ruin, you just...
That was just me. Ruin would never say that.
Never say that.
I feel like Bluebeard's looking at us through this fourth wall break.
Yeah, it's he.
Gonna pick the sassiest player.
Yeah. If I'm just that kind of DM, it's like, well, you vilely vexed me. Funny, but not funny for this. I'm going to do my. I think you're all. Yeah, you're all within vampire distance now.
Vampire distance.
It's there's a reach. One weirdly Ruin.
Bring it.
Does a 23 hit.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
And then I'll tell you whether or not it hits.
Weird way of doing this, but okay, go on.
So, with a passive investigation of 20,
right?
Would I have been able to notice that, when Sarah cast a spell, it backfired, dealt necrotic energy, and the spell didn't happen?
Interesting.
And would I know whether or not that would happen to me?
Interesting question. So
again, passive investigation of 20.
I mean, Sarah didn't announce it, but was also in the room. I mean,
she did say that was unpleasant.
I tell you what, make me a insight roll, because I'll let you go. You witness what happened, but you don't necessarily know why it happened. So yeah,
could I maybe argue an investigation for all my Arcana knowledge, or even an Arcana check for all my Arcana knowledge?
I'm saying insight because it could be that this tiny little robot girl just decided to blast herself in the stomach with magic. But I tell you what, let's say investigation as you go. Speaking of Robert Downey Jr., as you go into, you're like, okay, so she did the magic.
Sherlock Holmes now.
Yes.
Also played by fucking Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Discombobulate. That's a 4 for a 14.
You definitely know that there's something going on wrong with the magic here. And you have to assume that Sarah didn't mean to blast herself with necrotic energy. Yes, there's definitely something going on here that could come from magic.
Then I won't cast shield.
Okay, you're going to take... So, does the 23 hit?
Yeah. Wonder if I cast shield, though. I'd have had an active AC of 26.
Well, you could... I mean, if you want to, and possibly take the repercussions...
No.
Do you have like an artificer thing? Is there like a... You can add to it.
I do. Well, I have flash of genius, but that is a reaction, so I wouldn't have been able to then do the shield.
Yes. Okay, so
but it feels like the information gathered is
you now got an idea.
Not the spells.
No,
at the moment.
not this exact moment. Okay,
it's okay. I have lots of health and temporary hit points. It's fine.
I'm going to drop you in a hole. Okay, so 11 points of slashing, and followed up by 12 points of poison.
Well, that's not nice.
It's not nice.
So that's 23 in total.
23 damage.
Dirty little boy. Clean your fingernails.
They are long and yellow now, as rather like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where maybe the mask isn't so good, but it's just gone big forehead and like long. Yeah, he's vamped out. Next attack is that is a 4, so that is Syrah. Does a 30 hit?
Yeah, it does.
You take 9 points of slashing.
Oh, okay.
Then there is 23 points of poison.
Excuse me? Oh, I'm resistant.
Okay, so you take the 9, and then we half, so as 23, that's
11.
11, yeah, 11 points of poison.
I mean, still rude.
It is.
Clean your damn nails.
Why are you so dirty?
I haven't had my weekly bath. Sir, when this is over and we've killed everyone, you can have as many baths as you like. I don't want to have any baths, garçon. I'm just saying, sir. Then next D4 is...
I still have his gun, don't I?
Yes. But it was an old flint. You fired it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I only had one.
You had one. Weirdly enough, I rolled another 1, so sorry about this, Ruin. 24 to hit. You could do a shield.
It's gonna hurt me.
It might hurt you. It might.
Where's this might coming from?
Hi, above the table. Hi. So Sarah had to roll a Constitution check.
Well, I have a pretty good con.
You want to risk it for the biscuit? I mean, I don't want. This is
Now,
me.
I have a pretty good con, but nat one's happened to the best of us.
Yeah, all right.
Can you roll me a Constitution check?
Yes. Let me just do some expending of spell slots. Shield. Right, that's done. Constitution saving throw. Constitution. A 15 for a 25.
That passes. Your shield. Whoop. So that attack does not hit. You feel something in your stomach, and you're like, I want to say, you're like, I have come from the infernal flame. You think this is going to stop me? So
I feel like Ruin's just kind of like annoyed that he's getting this close at actually hitting her.
Yes, it's very, very rude. So the claws. Your shield. I assume it's like, is it tech kind of?
I think as he goes to like slice down with his claws, the armor just sort of like pulsates with like almost like a red arcane energy that's mixed with infernal fires that almost like it's like a parry. It's like a boom boom. And goes away just as quickly as it appears.
Nice piece of tech. Very impressive. I look forward to finding out quite how that works later. I don't know how a vampire is also slightly blushing, considering the very intense conversation that you two had mere minutes ago. But it's that sort of like, I like you. You seem fun. You also do weird things with the devils and the demons. Yeah, okay. You want to come be part of my terrifying bridra? It's a good arrangement.
Oh God.
It's a terrible deal.
What an offer.
Yeah, I was going to say, just what a no, Bluebeard.
How could a girl resist?
Exactly. I mean, to be honest, being a Bluebeard bride's great. You just don't go in one room and then you get everything you want. You just don't have a curiosity. No, don't trust him, folks. That's a Tommy J advice. Just don't. If you meet Bluebeard, just avoid him. Real jerk. Anyway, that is his action. Does my vampire have bonus actions? He's got legendary actions. Oh, that's nice. Okay. In Civ Loki, holding a tiny bird, jumps over and is like, right, okay. I am going to hold on. So wraps her arms around and casts. Seems to cast like invisibility on both of them, and is like Sarah's like, I'm not doing bad things to the bird. I'll stick around.
That is acceptable.
Just this Gatecrasher nonsense. Just we'll talk afterwards. I'm gonna.
If you could also help Paravildi, that would be wonderful. What did you do? What happened to Gatecrasher?
He's in the corner.
Other Gatecrasher.
A canapé. It's one of the champagne that was going to be thrown is now like floating aside, and then weirdly sees and then moves down a bit and also pours, and then what a pair of ears like, that's a child. We're in France, they're allowed to drink. It's very funny to just give yourself NPCs and they're like, and they are doing their own stuff. Yes, Gatecrasher in the corner is like, yes, how things going? Do you need to? Which Paravildi has like slapped the key away, and it's like, is anyone hurt? Does anyone need healing? No,
we don't know where Gatecrasher is.
I'll go investigate.
Don't go out the door.
At which point, as Gatecrasher starts moving down, the door bursts open. For those of you who haven't been in the corridor, what basically is a large monstrosity with corpse faces. There's 5 of them on long, elongated necks. And everyone who is in 30 feet of this creature, which I think is all of you now, can...
Did Irarai's barricade not do anything?
Through the door?
I will... Actually, I'll tell you what. I will...
Would it have to have taken an action at least to get through the door?
I am rolling a attack on the... I'll tell you what. How much HP would we say a door has?
10?
Depends on the kind of door.
1 million?
Yeah, depends
is
on what
like
kind of
10
door.
million.
Uh,
I think isn't it usually like 20, but you have to do a certain amount of it in one hit. You can't just chip away at it.
Was a threshold, damage threshold.
Yeah.
I tell you what, let's retroactively just say that door's going to hold for a turn. But everyone
hit points, D&D 5.
Unfortunately, I'm on the other side of it.
Yes, everyone who's within 30 feet of this thing, which is all of you, so this is the thing that is coming other side, everyone is now making a wisdom saving throw. I mean, everyone. So... Players, please roll your wisdom. I will now just work on my many, many NPCs.
Oh, shit.
Wisdom saving throw.
My dice hate me, just as a general rule. I got a 10.
Wait, aren't we all near Sarah?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what does that mean? Does that mean we can
I'm
be...
only a level 3 paladin, so I don't have any worries.
No.
It's diddly squat.
Oh, you might need to flash genius yourself or something.
Yeah.
Can you do that for saving throws?
I can't do any reactions at the moment, for I have spent my reaction upon a shield.
Oh, shit. Of course.
Well, mine was a 12.
No.
I got an 11.
No.
Oh,
I'm gonna...
let's say that... Sarah, did you get one more or one less than all of us?
I've got a 16, but I'm debating
okay.
whether to use Built for Success to add a d4 to it, just to really try and guarantee.
I will tell you what, folks. This is something hideous. This is the screams of the undead.
I'll roll that d4.
Yeah.
Great. So it's a 20.
Okay. Everyone who... Again, this is not as bad as it could be, because everyone who's got over 17 isn't frightened. So most... Yeah, so that's the thing. I think those of you who got lower... Yes, Irai. It was that...
No.
I thought that was a finger going, I've got a thing.
Well, it's fine, because none of us can see it, so that's cool.
No, but you are just sort of like, I don't think it's actually unreasonable that all of you are like, yeah, cool, I just need to get away from this door, apart from Sarah, who's like, I am brave, I will stay here. Yes, so you are frightened of the Brydra, as it just...
It's nasty.
It does. It is nasty. But that's a continuous thing. I am just going to...
This is a scream beyond the veil.
They are wearing their little... Oh, it's sad. It's sad.
I don't have my boo card with me here. Damn it.
I'm going to take advantage of this.
Boo!
Can a door beat a dex save?
No.
The door is scared.
Well,
I mean-
open because like I want to get away.
Well, I can't, because there's a dead table in front of it.
I'm so square.
They have to
But
destroy the door, and then the table. No.
Well, this is the thing. You're like, a scream, horrible. At which point you... For those of you who are like, frightened, there's just sounds like as something acidic just smacks into the door. For having, okay, so I would say that this doesn't. Ooh, that's the thing. So the door, I've rolled. That was 41 points of damage. So the door is gone. But I'm going to be nice to y'all and say that is mostly you're not caught in the splatter. The damage is taken by the door, but this thing now can get in on its turn, which is now in, and it's now you now once again, folks, see. Let me just quickly roll to see. Oh, I got a 6. It's regained its thing. Anyway, so once again, I introduce to you the Brydra, an abomination made of dark sciences. 5 corpse brides. They're here. Some of them are queer. Get used to it. Okay. Yes. That is its turn as it's just looking, and then Bluebird's like, it seems somebody did indeed go into the one room I told them not to. Well, good to see you, my dear. At which point the bride's like, and you're like, music to my ears. I'm not a good person. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Oh, that is horrifying.
Yeah. Okay, so after all of that, we are back at the top of the initiative. That's right, it's still the second turn of this bit, second round even. Anyway, Ruin.
Right.
Yes.
So, I think. How far? 30 foot? Did you say we are?
From which part?
The Hydra.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Now, this day
Do it.
attacking your clothes. I think this is doable. Could I cast Wall of Force in a U shape, trapping just him and the Hydra together?
Oh. So just trapping Bluebeard and the Hydra. You might not be able to trap Bluebeard because the rest of you are scattered around.
But it says where I put it, it cuts through a creature's space and they're pushed to one side, and that's my choice.
Interesting. So if you're pushing, by the door...
Essentially, he'd be in the middle, right? And everything around him would technically be that 10 foot. And that would make that 10 foot, and I would just push everyone outside of it.
Push everyone outside
of the Wall of Force, and it's connecting him to the Hydra.
Okay. That's a spell.
Yeah.
Lair actions, to be meta, happen on 20s. You're above a 20. You feel the grumbling, rumbling, tumbling. So,
yeah,
yes.
I feel confident on my Constitution saving throws.
Okay,
I've got my reaction back. So if I need to do anything, I just snatch it out of the air, you know.
Yeah, just as you cast the spell, just like mate. I'll tell you what. So yes, you're going to do like a Wall of Force to imprison Bluebeard and his
with the Hydra.
Yeah,
because fuck him.
Honestly, considering the general attitude of him, fuck him pretty much does cover. Yeah. I
just feel like it's very poetic if his own creature kills him, and it's also made up of all the women
that he massacred. Yeah. I think that's some form of divine retribution. Yeah, give it a go. First of all, make the
I use
Constitution.
the 5 charges are used because it's using my staff.
Okay. But you still need to.
I have rolled a 19.
Your tumbly is. You tell your tummy to shut up. That now's not the time. Shh.
Yeah. So. I think Ruin pulls out her hand, and then the staff appears, and she clunks it on the ground. And as she does, there's like a thick bell sound that just sort of emanates, and everyone just around Bluebeard just sort of shunts away from him. And then I think as a bonus action, she's gonna rev and get another 9 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Give me that temp HP. Meow.
Oh, good, the cat's back.
And I think that's all my actions at the moment.
Nice. Okay, so you...
And I'd like to hold my snark until he realizes he's in a wall of force. And then I will trigger my free action to be snarky.
I mean, talking is a free action, but snarking, that's a real reaction kind of thing. Yes, so as you describe, sort of a wall of force shunts this vampire in and just has a moment of like looking up at this creature as it, and he's like, "Hello, dear. Long time no see."
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since he's gone into the bloody chamber.
You know what? Technically, I think I'd have been able to make a cage with them both, so they can't. She can't leave, and he can't leave.
I assumed you sort of like so that's an impenetrable wall now blocking off like the 10 feet like. And also, I looked at it. It's like it goes into the ethereal plane. So anyone who's like crossing through the ethereal is like, oh,
some hag in a cauldron's like, oh,
oh, they never tell you about building works around here, do they? They just put them up. Cool. So Ruin has now imprisoned Bluebeard. We go now to Eri. Your combatants have limited now.
Yes. So are we just take there? I can't remember Erevai's voice. Well, are we just taking the ride and leaving them?
There is still the orc.
Thank you for not forgetting about me.
Well, it's more that I have mixed feelings about killing people in service. You're just doing your job.
Well, of course, I am a gentleman's gentleman, and it just happens that the gentleman I'm serving happens to be an undead vampire.
Okay.
If we leave now, will you continue to fight us?
Looks. Bluebeard is just standing there and very slowly, like, just raises his hands.
Would you like to join the Gatecrashers instead?
As we really sort of like...
We need more butlers.
All the other butlers are penguins, so,
Oh,
could do with someone who's actually got fingers.
Oh, that probably would be an advantage.
And visible.
I mean, that is... He sort of, like, takes off a glove and reveals there's, like, a rune glowing on the back. Unfortunately, my service will remain to the family until the contract is broken.
Punch, and flooding strike.
We could just cut your hand off.
I mean, it's an option, he says, as a punch comes towards his head. Sorry, very good.
Sorry.
Hi.
I don't know if cutting the hand off is actually an option.
I mean, it's an option. It's not necessarily a good one, but there is probably
a butler with hands, so I'm not sure.
We all want a butler with hands, but we take what we're given, Lola.
Ruin is an artificer. She can make him a new hand. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Well, either way, it'll help if... when you perform surgery, it generally helps when you're knocked out, right?
I beg your pardon. Crack. Yeah, please go ahead as you start. I will put it this way: this man is held, but not necessarily against his will. But there's like so much where you're like, yeah, you've signed a contract. Especially when it comes to like stately homes, you're like, yeah, I know that you want to betray me at the drop of a hat. I've bound you to me.
So that's a 27 to hit.
27 does hit.
And that is... Oh, dice. What are dice? Which one is the right dice? I apologize, everybody. Oh, goodness. There we go. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I wanted to make that a stunning strike.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Con save.
Very well. That is that's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, fine.
As you crack. Ouch.
Okay, fine. So I do 9 damage and I'll go again.
Very well.
Oh, that was very much cocked. I landed with the little point at the top. Okay, that is a 24.
24 still hits.
Yep, and another stunning strike.
Another con check. Con save is 18.
Damn it!
I'm very solid, you must understand.
It's literally one above my.
Quite right.
Yeah. Fine.
But I assume that still does damage?
Yes, it does. And I should have made this person. Why all of my dice are cocked? Okay, so that is 8 damage and just trying to remember the thing.
I mean, I hate to be terribly rude, but I also have a legendary action, so I'm just going to hit you as the sword comes around to hit you.
Okay.
Back.
One after my attack action is done.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's rude. It's
Tom, I have
so
a question.
Yes.
We technically skipped over the lair action.
Yes.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Do we still feel funky in the tummy?
You don't feel funky in the tum-tums.
Instead, though.
Interesting. Hey, Niall.
Yes.
If you had like the ability to be teleported, I assume that would get you out of the wall of force, right?
Maybe.
No.
You must be a way to get.
Well, it's an invisible wall, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that as long as that is how you get out of a wall of force. Other than that, it has to be a disintegration. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It's immune to damage. So yeah, you would need like a misty step or I mean, if you can fly, you can probably fly out the top.
Should not do a little dome.
I thought it was a sphere or a dome.
Well, no, I chose walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it's not him. Let's finish Irai's turn, and then I'll point out what's just happened.
Well, the important thing is I need to know whether
magic is
on the
table.
cards. In that case, I am going to. Sorry, it's slightly late. Can I please silvery barbs the saving throw the alchemy lad did against Irai's thing?
Yes.
Was that a legendary? Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. As a reaction,
which one?
Let's just say the one that just happened, which is now a 12, which would negate. So I assume he's now stunned.
Stunned.
Cool.
Very
That
much
negates the great sword attack. So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
You again.
No, thank you.
Fair enough. Damage taken, stunned. So I assume that means he's stunned for the next turn.
Let me just look. I was looking at the next thing, but yes, stunning strike. Yeah, you're just stunned until the end of my next turn.
Your next turn. Okay.
And then I'm going.
I was going to say, do you have another attack? Do you have another thing? Because if we're going back to... So, the lair action is that this is happening. You're like, Bluebeard has sort of looked at his bride. Good to see you, my dear. Been a long time. there's a change again in the atmosphere, and he just sort of points with his other hand, and the Hydra is what is teleported out and lands behind Eri, and yes, I think because the rest of you have been like pushed out to the side. It's still within 30 feet of you, screaming, and Bluebeard's like. He's just sort of like weirdly content here in his box. He's like, this is fine. You can't get me. I can't get you. I'm just going to stay here.
Okay.
So there is a monstrosity behind you now, and it is screaming and it is crying.
Of. Okay. Remind me, frightenedness. Do I have to run away?
I believe you do. Yeah.
You can't get closer to it. It doesn't say
Well,
necessarily.
you don't have to do that.
No, it unnaturally got dropped, and then you just have a moment of like, oh no.
You know what I do to things that I'm frightened of? I set them on fire.
I mean, it's an option.
I approve of all of the firing that it's done.
Okay.
A frightened creature has disadvantage ability while the source of its fear is within its line of sight. You can't move any closer, so yes, you can.
I'm not moving closer. I am literally like, get the fuck away with a searing arc strike. So
Right,
it could make me
but
a
with
dex throw of
disadvantage, 'cause-
17.
So
Dex
are you-
throw.
Dex.
Dex save. Yeah.
Dex save. I mean, it's not very dexy, as you can imagine. It's a 17.
Fine.
Half
That's
damage?
fine. Sorry?
Does it take half damage on a success?
Yeah, it does. It does take half, so that's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just a little bit rude. And
I died. I can be as rude as I like. That's right. I speak the languages I spoke in life. I don't just scream, but I will.
Oh, do we get to repeat
I
these?
am sorry,
these
you are terrifying.
Against the yes. While it's screaming, you have to keep doing it again, but then rolling to it's just going to keep screaming until it dies.
Oh, right. Do I make a save on my turn? No?
Let's have a looky-loo. Frightened creature will repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on itself as a success.
Okay. That's probably easier than actually just spending the action to get rid of it. So,
Sure.
that is 13 damage halved.
13, so 6? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what did you cast? What did you?
Yeah, it was very much a punch, knocked this person out, nodded, so like realized that there was this big hulking like thing behind me, turned and just kind of stumbled back from it, and put my hands up and cast this ray of, an arc of burning.
So is that fire damage?
It is fire
Cool.
damage.
You burn this one of the veils of one of the brides.
Yes,
Which starts-
unfortunately, not radiant, but very much fire.
Very rude. Is terrified Heri's response. Is that everything, Lola?
Yes, that was my action and bonus. I could move, but that I'm within thingamabob, right?
Within, the Hydra can do attack of opportunity.
Yeah. I will move. No, I will just stay where I am
Cool.
and roll to not be frightened.
Go ahead.
And I got a 19 on the dice.
I think that means that you're just like, hey, weirdly, once you've punched a thing, you're just like, I'm not afraid of you.
It's like, oof, okay.
The fear falls, and that ends the effect.
Oof. Apologies.
Not accepted!
That's
I
fine.
think
You have
it's-
to die anyway.
Oh no, we're living forever. I would quite like to die if I get the choice. Yeah, just stop. Sisters, we can't fight right now. We need to kill. Gestures back to Bluebeard, who does a very horrible, horrible man. Talking of lovely men, then, Bernard Hart.
Cool. Been umming and ahhing over what to do, and I think that the most useful thing to do with my action, rather than trying to punch the butler, because I can't move towards the Hydra.
Butler is. Butler is stunned.
The butler is stunned, but
Butler is stunned. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
but you can't. The Hydra's like there. You'd have to.
Yeah, I can't get closer to the butler without getting closer to the Hydra.
No.
So I think it's more useful for everybody to not be frightened. Actually, I'll deal with this later. So I'm going to do the counter charm. As an action, you can perform until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 foot that can hear you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Amazing.
So, Tom, it's up to you. I'm obviously only currently enthralling the band and maybe a couple of nobles in the thing. So,
The band's not attacking. Yeah. So.
like, enthrall just says it lasts as long as I'm talking. So I don't know whether we can flavour it that I kind of start talking about the counter charm, but I'm still kind of I'm thinking very carefully about the enthrall. But it's not gone great.
I think considering that you're not currently enthralling combatants, I think that's the thing. Like, it's weirdly that people are focusing on you because you're very cool, and that's the sort of thing. Like, where the band is just sort of like playing along. It's
hot. Thank you very much.
You are the hottest thing in the room.
I'm going to do the counter charm, and there's no point in holding on to them. I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Syrah this time.
Oh, thanks.
And that's my bonus. That's my action. I'm not going to move, so I will retry the wisdom save with advantage for myself at the end of my turn.
Yep.
Well, that's a 17.
I believe in the words of the immortal scholars, met and bet. So, yeah.
Nice.
You are no longer.
My first roll with an 8.
Yes, the frightened effect falls away on you. Amazing. Yes, so everyone else has, counter. This, you get the feeling that this is going to, the fright is going to happen again while this thing is screaming. So, having done the counter charm, smart idea. Cool. Do you have anything snarky you want to say to anyone as we move on?
This guy calls himself Bluebeard. When I'm done with him, he's gonna need a new beard.
Oh, shit! It comes from behind the bar.
Desperately need my
like,
boo card.
Oh.
Desperately. I'm saying boo.
Audible, a boo! Audible, boo. So, folks, we're going to be coming up to break shortly, but as it is, the players have all rolled higher than my combatants. We will do Syrah. Syrah, we will let you have your turn, and then we will go to break.
I am staying slap bang in the middle of the action, so right next to Hydra, right next to Orc. And she is going to spend another 2 sorcery points to quicken spell again. And observing that the Hydra has moved over. I thought we might have been out of this one. Oh well, it seems we need more hands on deck. And then we'll sort of wave the banner around quicker than should usually be. Calling upon pacifier of aggression and gatecrasher enforcement. And a sort of like a portal appears in the ceiling, and just a giant happens. I am casting Summon Construct at 6th level.
Folks, for those of you who've played Helldivers, I'm imagining... Oh,
yeah.
incoming. I think that's the thing you hear like through your audio. Like, okay, Syrah, we've got it. Gatecrasher incoming. Woomph, jump. Yeah. So 6th level. You don't have you have lost your tummy ache. It's gone. You know, for that one moment of having like, this is what people must feel if they eat too much bread. It's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as Paige lands, they say,
"Yeah,
reporting for duty," and they look like they look like a giant modron, but covered in etchings, very like Gatecrasher symbology and Gatecrasher language, just kind of etched all over them. And there's like a sheen, like they're silver, but with like a rainbow sheen to the metal, like an oil slick over the top.
Beautiful. Does Paige go on your initiative?
After my initiative,
Cool.
But like immediately after.
I'm just going to pop Paige on the thing, just so I know. Cool.
Fabulous. And then they will turn to the Hydra. Very well. We will continue to eradicate you now. And I'm going to go in for an attack.
The Hydra's like, I've done nothing to you. Yeah. Okay.
Do you wish to die?
Yes. No. Yes. Feed me. It's conflicted. Yeah. This is not a living thing. It's complicated. Yeah. Okay. What was your attack?
22 to hit.
22 does in fact hit.
Great. So that's going to be... so the glaive spins round and does a big old slash. That's a 13 regular damage.
Slash.
Very
And... wait a minute.
You have your inspiration. You can add it to your damage if you want.
Smashing. I will do that then. Thank you. Hoppa! That's another 4, so that's a 17 slashing damage. And then... you know what? This is a chunky combat. Let's throw a 4th level smite on it. So that's 1, 2, another one because it's undead.
It is undead. It's not. Maybe it's not taking radiant damage like the others, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Okay. And then that's going to be another 27 radiant damage to it.
You smack into it, and you just take off one of the... So now it has 4 heads, as one just... And this thing just decays swiftly, disappears, turns into bone dust.
She specifically aimed for one of the heads that said yes.
Yes.
In response to this.
Yes.
Would you like to be stopped?
Yes.
Very well.
Thank you.
Great.
Even when we get down to just the heads that said no. All right, off you go.
Feel free to leave.
Just leave. I legitimately always love in games where you could go, you can just go. You
Anytime.
can leave. Yeah. Like with the butler, it's like, you could just join us. Cool. Yes, you have taken 1 head.
Great. That is action, bonus action. They're not moving. So then Paige... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you're not frightened, so... No.
Yeah. Paige is immune to being frightened.
I fear nothing.
Oh, no. Paige is much more, like, deep, aggressive. I fear nothing.
I have got no fear. Bing bong. Incorrect.
Okay, so Paige has 3 attacks. I'm just doing quick maths here because it's all dependent what level you cast. Spell attack modifier to hit. Okay, so it's a +10 to hit. Okay, so Paige is going to come in with a... Pa! So it's a 27, a 25, and a 13 on the Hydra.
Weirdly, all of those hit.
Good to know.
Yeah, not well armored, this flesh monstrosity.
Okay. And it's like this is a round modron ball, but has got arms and like will sort of rise up, like split down the center of the sphere, and like so a hemisphere will just rise up with like a little spindly core in the middle, and then just spin around. So the arms are just like.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 10 bludgeoning damage each. So that's 30 to start with before I roll the dice.
Is that individual attacks or?
So each attack is 1d8 plus 10.
Right. Cool. Because there's a thing like if you do a certain amount of hit points over in one attack, then stuff happens. So.
Okay. Well, I'll break it down individually then.
Yeah. If that's okay. Just to
sure. So one is 14 points of damage.
14. That's. Yep.
Next one is 16.
16.
And the third one is 11.
Cool. Paige, a whirling dervish of arms, just bam, 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 starts hitting even the heads. They were like, "No, I wish to live." Oh, over the funk. Yes. You slap. Paige slaps this monstrosity. As the Hydra's like, the crying increases in volume. Yeah, cool. So that is Syrah, and that is Paige. Nito burritos. Okay, friends, foes, this is your chance to go get yourself a little bit of hydration. Go get hydration. As you're probably aware, folks, there is a bunch of canapes and drinks that are currently not being used because the wedding party are beating up the groom. So please do feel free. We're all going to go have a quote unquote cigarette break and at least go stand outside for a bit and cool off. It just gets too exciting here in the castle of Bluebeard. So we will see you in 5 to 10 minutes. Come back, in which our heroes will probably, I don't know, kick the wedding cake or something. They're Gatecrashers. We'll see you in a mo. Have a good one, folks. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the second half of combat here in the castle of... Hello, everyone. I brought the wine into the box. It's me, Bluebeard. So, what's just happened is a bunch of very rude individuals decided to gatecrash my wedding. Let's have a look. They let my former brides in. Don't you hate it when the former brides decide to come to the wedding?
When the exes turn up to the wedding.
Meanwhile, my butler has been stunned by that monk over there. Yes, all seems well. I'm not worried. It turned out for a while that magic gave them all bad tummy aches, but I'm just chilling. Again, I brought my wine from home, which is literally where we are right now. I'm just having a little drink.
This is 100% like in game.
Absolutely.
We've said that he canonically is 4/4, but this is like one of those like. You may be wondering how I got here.
This isn't my beautiful wife. Five wives.
This is my beautiful house. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Folks, if you want an interesting time, listen to that song without the music, because you just hear him going under the water. It's an experience. This is For those of you who are confused, good. Welcome to the Castle of Bluebeard.
Same as it ever was.
Anyway, the players all got out their turn, so now this is the great part of any combat where we just slowly speed through the NPCs. At the far end of the room, away from Bluebeard and the door where the bride was, like other end of the corridor, you see like a door open as if by unseen hand, and you're like, that's interesting. At which point a ghost comes in. Just a headless ghost comes streaking in.
From which door?
Interesting, yes. So,
if it's the door the Hydra came from,
No, it's not that. Oh, so I assume that when you were building your thing, you've built like a full-on four-sided cage. That door is blocked.
It's 10 foot. It's 10 foot by 10. It has to be.
Oh, yeah. Bluebeard is trapped in a cardboard box. Yes, no, it's not that door. It's a door further down. But that door has opened and a ghost has come in. The ghost is headless. The ghost is wearing a wedding dress.
Oh, the bride that you have freed from immortal coil
has come to and comes again, has no head, but I have no head, but I must scream. So much screaming going on as it comes whizzing in. Is looking for
We presume she's got no head. Yeah.
Yeah. Goes for okay, so let's see who's there. The brider is there. The Cira's there, and Irai's there. Bernard is probably back towards the band. Ruin, because you didn't move from pushing things, so you are on the other side. Okay,
Paige is there as well.
Paige. I'm going to do a Irai 1, Cira 2, Paige 3, Butler 4. As she comes speeding in. 4 attacks the butler.
Right.
It just kind of makes sense.
Did we say this was the headless ghost of the Wifedra?
Of the Wifedra, yes. She's in a lovely...
one of the heads.
One of, yeah.
So every time we kill one, it's going to be another ghost.
A ghost will turn up, yeah. But they're not necessarily combative to you guys. You know, as goes tries to. There's no nicer way of saying this. Try to get into the mouth of the butler and tries to possess. Lola, does yes. Does being attacked by someone else break a stunning strike?
No.
Or is that just okay?
It means that they have it means the attack rolls have advantage against the incapacitated creature. They can't move, they can't speak, and they automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. However, the other throws, I believe, they can roll.
Okay. Let me roll again. That has beaten the butler again. Is paralyzed, but you just see his eyes growing wide as the ghost slowly starts trying to get in there. He has to roll a charisma to see. Yes, you all aren't 100% sure what is going on, but the look of terror in his eyes doesn't fade away. So presumably that's the ghost is still there, like trying to. He's like. That is him. There is other side of the wall. A battle is still going on between a multi-armed insect man and a snake lady, as she has broken the grapple, and like you see her like hammering on the wall, and just sort of like you hear the voice going, "Drop this bloody thing so I can cut his fucking throat." But she sort of starts moving around. Gatecrashers is like, "No, you can't." She's like, I was a soldier for Loki. I can do this." As she comes charging round, is that within her movement? Yes, it is. Does she have? She just flings. She flings a dagger at the butler. It does hit, as the poor butler just gets 5 points of piercing damage as the dagger just goes in, and he's like going. Just the general look of a man who's like,
I have made bad choices in life.
Yeah.
A man who is given the option to walk away.
Well, that's the problem.
Is it too late to change my mind?
He's under contract, a magical contract, which probably exists somewhere in the castle. He can't until he is released by his master. He can't stop. We go now to speaking of the master of the house, Bluebeard, who is just just having a nice, chillaxing time. The radiant damage, that sort of light stuff sort of fades away. He's like, good. Well, let me have a little think. Who's taken some damage? Oh, my dance partner. Points it. Magic can go through the wall, right?
If they can see, like it's one of those things that if anything, like lightning bolt emanates, I think in a line from you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a thunder wave wouldn't get through the wall
because it's contained within the. But weirdly, this magic ruin, if this works,
but like a whole person would, I imagine.
This is coming through from you. Can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, I'm good at those.
Prove it.
Yeah, that's 26.
That does means you just see like the frustration as you kind of feel like, because you have taken some damage, and you can kind of feel like the blood is starting to move, and then you're a little bit like, you're like, a bit like when you were controlling your stomach earlier, you're like, no. And it just, basically, he doesn't draw the blood out of your wounds to it, and he's just like, oh, well, that's absolutely vexing, right, to be honest, but, oh, well, it's worth a try. Kind of is leaning against the wall of force, is more blasé than he absolutely shouldn't be. Doesn't seem at all worried that he's been encaged. Oh, good, the ghost's here. Absolutely marvellous. I'm just gonna turn to the camera. Gonna bide my time. I've got no rush. The Gatecrasher coming back is like, I'm trying to get you all out. Hold on. He is going to attempt to make an Arcana check. It's a 12. As he's like, oh, yeah. Okay, he's seeming clumsy, but you're also like, for those of you, and especially like for Ruin, I know you're not paying the most attention here. The calculations one has to do to work the silver key is intense and takes nearly decades of. Unless you're Ruin and can just calculate things, he's doing his best to open a portal. Just in the middle of combat. We now come to the Necro Hydra. Necro Hydra, 4 horrible heads. Also, everyone within. Now, funny fact here. This is what I was saying. I do apologise to Nat because this does not affect undead or constructs. I don't know if it's saying because you don't have a soul or you have the inability to fear things, just so I do apologise. You were never going to be frightened by this, but Eri will be. I think Ruin's still within 30 feet. Bernard.
Just quick, is it a frightening effect that once you've passed it once, you're immune within 24?
It keeps going, sort of while it's screaming. I think it says a friendly creature can repeat the save throw at the end of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success. So I think it's happening. It doesn't say. I know sometimes it's like this doesn't affect you for 24 hours. I think it just tries again.
Okay.
But
what about the counter charm? Yeah. Cool.
Yes, you all have advantage on a fright check. I don't know if I said this earlier. DC 17.
Advantage. Okay, that's not good.
Okay, I got 17 on one dice anyway, so.
Eri, you punch this thing. You've seen much worse.
18.
Bernard, 18. Man without fear. Ruin.
The dice are within my favour. At advantage, I got a 23.
Absolutely perfect. The party are not dreadfully dirged. What is going to happen now is as this thing just it spews. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the stat block. It's nastiness. Those within.
I've said too much already.
But Hugh, does it spew at?
So it's the heads.
Spewed.
So I think I think you're all within a. I'm trying to. Again, this is cones, people. This is always the thing where we're just like.
I thought I was on the other side of this wall.
You, I would say, are. Because we've been talking about like magic being able to get through the wall. I'm not going to include you in this because you just, as this thing hits, also Bluebeard's like, ooh, nasty.
You didn't hear that kitty cat, but it was good.
Yes, everyone else, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Would you say that this is an effect I can see?
Absolutely.
I have advantage if I can see it coming.
Please, advantage.
Is this a poison?
Part of it will be.
So I get to roll with advantage?
Yeah. Half advantage? Yeah, I'll give it to you. Right. What have you got to save your
Gonna roll. Sorry, are we doing it with advantage or not? Sorry?
No.
You're point blank as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not getting advantage. This isn't a fear thing. This is a avoiding unpleasant. I'm just avoiding unpleasant.
Okay, well that is a 24.
Okay.
Get the fuck away.
Absolutely. So, Eri passes.
21.
21. Bernard Hart passes. Syrah.
So I rolled an 11 with advantage, and I used a magical guidance to re-roll and rolled another 11. I don't know whether it's going to be worth rolling a built for success.
I mean,
but I've got a few to spare, so I may as well.
Again, this is the thing that destroyed the door, and the door's really not looking healthy. Also, Paige will probably need.
Paige will need to roll. Paige.
Oh, hey. Does the butler have to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fail.
Yeah.
They auto fail.
Yeah.
But
Paige.
Yeah.
Paige is immune to being poisoned.
Cool. Are you immune, or do you have resistance?
I have resistance.
Cool.
I rolled a 4, so I rolled a 15 total.
Okay, so
Butler's just there. The goggles, they do nothing.
But again, that's meant because he's trying to. Okay, so Syrah has failed. Eri has passed. Bernard has passed. Paige.
I hope he wasn't stunned with his mouth open.
But the ghost is trying to go in his mouth, so. Did Paige roll?
Oh, Paige is immune to being poisoned.
There's two.
I still have to
there.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I do apologize.
That's all right. That's why I was like, I give you half advantage here because it's not just poison damage.
Okay. Dex. They do not have any bonuses to Dex. They rolled a 14.
Right. Okay. So the constructs will take the damage. So I'll break it down. So terrible bile. For the poison damage, that's 9. So those of you, so halved to.
I'm
4.
evading. I'm evading the fuck out of this.
Smart.
Like, no.
So poison is 9, and necrotic is 17.
Halved for successes, yeah?
Halved for successes, yeah. So that would be. I think for the full thing that would be
behind the butler.
The butler takes the majority of the. I mean, he's hearty, but absolutely no one likes to see that.
I do apologize, except that's disgusting.
That was deeply unpleasant. Don't do that again.
Weirdly, because you said that, I re-rolled. They didn't get it back. they out of a sense of decorum decided not to do the bile attack again.
I'm very sorry.
They're incredibly sorry. So let's.
One of the heads says that. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I don't want to be here.
It's so gross. Hey, little friend, little one in the beret. I've changed my mind. I would also quite like to die now.
That can be arranged.
Thank you. So, who's on the table? Everyone's within... Okay, so Irai's there, Syrah's there, Bernard is not... You're within 30 feet, you're not right next to the thing. Ruin's the other side, the butler's there, the ghost's there. So let's say... let's say... I'm trying to think of it, because I'm doing this by my screen. Okay, so... Butler is 1, Ghost is 2, Irai is 3, and Syrah... Actually, no, maybe not the Ghost. I'm sorry, I don't want to attack Paige, but I'm going to put Paige as part of... Okay, so we've got Butler. Butler is 1, Paige is 2, Irai 3, and Syrah 4. We begin with, as we roll the D4, with the 1. So the Butler is going to get bitten. Doesn't hit. Second attack, 16 on the Butlers again. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. This is bullying.
You officiated the wedding.
You were there. You did the mopping. And two, poor old Paige. Assumed a 12 isn't going to hit.
No.
And finally, for 26, that is... Syrah.
Yeah.
Yeah, does 26 hit?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
As one of these heads bends down to give you a little nip, you take 6 points of piercing. You also take another 6 points of necrotic.
Ow.
I'm not sorry.
You should be. I am much smaller than you.
It's true, she is much smaller than us. We are monstrously big. After all of that, we now go back to the top of the round. Ruin, other side of all, having watched a bunch of gunk splatter on your lovely magical wall.
I'm going to tap my staff onto the ground, using another 5 charges to cast a 5th level fireball.
Amazing.
On him.
Down so straight into
and it'll all be contained in that lovely little corridor that I've made for him.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like a pressure cooker in there. And yes,
we love to see it.
You love to see it.
Lampere fryer.
Boo, but also love it. Yes. Is there anything...
Just to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Well, I mean, with a nat 1, that would be a 4, but I think a legendary resistance wouldn't go... let's...
Can I silvery barbs a legendary resistance? Does that...
I don't think you can. I think...
No.
Yeah.
Wrong.
So that's... He has passed that, but... So is that half damage?
Yeah, I was going to use Bernard's inspiration dice to take my damage from 44. Another D8 was a 6 to make it 50, so that's 25 points of fire damage.
Oh, the humanity. It comes out and, he's on fire slightly, but it's like... Cheers to you, my dear. The offer's still on the table if you want to come and... all you need to do is basically just don't go into one room. I'll just offer.
Ruin looks like the nearest guest and just goes, well, that happened.
It's funny because he... Oh, God, no! That's just something in it. He's like... I just like making people's necks break sometimes. Anyway, very, very, very amusing, miss. So, Ruin, that's your fireball.
Yeah, I think that's me done. I've got my temporary hit points. I'm feeling good. I think I might just slowly move out of attacking range of this Hydra.
Just sort of sauntering along.
Take it back now, y'all.
Take that.
Mainly that breath weapon that looks nasty.
It is nasty.
I might just keep popping fireball at this nubbit.
I don't think that's a terrible idea. Just to
you can't save every time.
moving on right down the road.
On the road again.
Radiant to Bluebeard as well. Otherwise, he will just heal from it.
That's a well-made point. He's sort of like, again, him sort of like vaguely being aware of the meta. He's like, no, it's a good point. I mean, this is normally more impressive when there's a bigger space, but just fog rises up around him. No one can see him now. I think also the fog is...
Oh no, where will I fireball next?
It's still just like it's like a beaker, like a chemistry beaker full of smoke.
Yeah.
Just like
he could be anywhere in there.
Like in the cage, or maybe he's in the cage.
You did well because you've done both. Is he standing on, like? Did you put a force thing under his feet as well to completely enclose him?
No, I don't think. I mean, what was the distance between him and the door?
It's probably about. It was again because you shoved him in there. It's probably about. It was where the Hydra was, so it's probably about 10 feet. From him.
No, I mean, like, what was the length between him and the door?
So that's the thing. So the Hydra had come in through the door. You pushed it in. So where he was originally, you pushed him, like, he was about 20 feet away. You pushed him in 10. Now it's... Yeah.
So 20...
10 by 10 panels, right?
Yeah, so I could have... Well, I didn't want to enclose him because then I wouldn't be able to get the fireball through.
Fair.
But you could have used 8 of them to do if he and the Hydra were within the 10-foot square, you could do a one panel, and then on top of that. So
yeah, that's actually right. Yeah, so it's higher. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I did. Thank you, Nick.
Actually, no, that might scupper my plan. Wait, no, you fireballed through the wall.
I can't. I'd have done it over.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say that the bead goes exactly. It just says a bead goes from your finger to the target.
So we're assuming it, like, you threw it up in the air and it dropped down.
Yeah.
So there isn't...
Okay.
So you haven't put...
There's not a lid on it.
There's not a lid.
It's 20 foot high.
So
it could be, though, because you still had 2 spare. But you need the space.
You need the space, and also now, for what was enclosed fog, and now the fog's just still, like, rising up out mist-like.
Again, oh no. Where will I fireball?
Well, vampire.
He may be in the fog.
Shut the fuck up! No, yeah.
It's fine. You can fireball the fog.
Yeah.
Hey, can I sidebar with you guys? There was a reason I asked if he put things on the bottom or the top. Just...
I mean,
I was really looking forward to not being shocked and surprised when he wasted his fireball. I can't give him a rumbly-tumbly.
It's relevant to all of our interests. So...
Well, yeah, you can't go under it because it's attached to the floor.
No. So it is attached to the floor, but, like, say if he had a way of, I don't know, travelling through...
The floor. Good point.
So you could put a base on it, but not a lid.
This is your choice, and I don't think
that.
I think that's fair. So now fog is rising up out of the box,
out of the chimney.
The chimney. There's an extractor fan going on. And you just hear him go, "Oh no! Help!" Yes. After all that, and after I told my players to shut up, like a good DM, as we understand how vampires work. That is actually Eri.
Yes, Eri is still in front of this awful creature. Is going to get this staff and I guess it's no longer going to be within 15 feet, but is going to come around the creature to try and put themselves in between the creature and where the fourth cage was.
Sure. You're staying within 10 feet of this thing?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm using my staff and making it glow with sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's hot. My very messy desk. That is terrible. I rolled a 7, but I added 12. So that's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Yes. And this creature is undead, yes?
It is.
No. Okay. Why do I keep rolling ones sometimes? Okay. 7 plus. So 21 damage.
21 radiant.
Yes.
Smack.
21 radiant damage. The radius of the sunlight is currently 15 foot. I don't know if that
gets into the box. I don't think it does.
Well, if I'm between the creature and the
interesting.
box.
So it's rage, but it's the attack you've done. So you're in between that Hydra, you, the box.
Yes.
You're aiming that way, and then
well, no, I'm hitting the Hydra with my staff.
Yes.
But the staff gives out.
The staff
sunlight.
gives out. Okay, interesting. Let me have a quick little read. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You're 15 feet of sunlight around you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay.
You also do notice, like, as you sort of like, you see that something was forming on the next stump. As you hit it with radiant, it just turns to dust. You've stopped something.
Very good. Very good. We like that.
We do.
And we are going to do the second attack. Can't really do it on the fog, which is quite
I mean,
high.
you can certainly try.
Well, no, because the fog is it's still within this cage, I guess, or is it out?
It's filtering out as fog is known to do.
Then.
Yeah, as a layer action. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Let's just continue with this fun little staff attack. So second attack is I know it's going to hit, but it's a 30 to hit.
Cool. Roll with disadvantage.
What?
Roll with disadvantage.
Wait, what is they rolling?
It's fine. It's 26 with
Sure.
disadvantage.
Okay.
You hit some fog.
No, sorry, I'm not hitting. I wasn't hitting the fog. I was hitting the thing. But if I hit the fog, then I hit the fog.
Okay. So you were attacking the Hydra.
I was attacking the Hydra.
Okay, you weren't attacking the fog. Okay, the 30 would have hit. Yeah.
Sorry.
Everyone's so obsessed with this fog for no reason I can perceive. Yeah.
I hadn't intended to hit the fog just yet. I am, however, going. Okay, so that is the damage roll for the Hydra, and that is another. Oh wait, no, I added that wrong. Okay. 14 damage.
14 radiant again.
Yeah, it's all radiant.
Pew pew.
And we're going to do the super fun thing of spending a key to lob a sunbolt at the fog.
Right.
Okay. I'm probably not going to get a 30 now. No, I didn't get a 30. I got a 25. But I roll with disadvantage.
So terrible.
Yes, you roll disadvantage, yeah.
I could roll badly right now.
No. Hold that thought. I use my reaction to restore balance and prevent that.
Okay.
So it's a 25.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I don't do as much damage with the Radiant Sunbolt, unfortunately. But I do so.
Do.
You do.
Sorry. Okay. That is a 7 damage, but of course it is radiant.
7.
And it lights up the fog.
It does light up the fog. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, it's terrible. Okay, that
Because they hit
is
the fog.
a 21.
You feel something again drawing from you, but you're like, you use your monk thing to be like, no, not today. Yes, the fog is now. It's like marsh fog now. It's glowing with radiant energy as it floats up. Yeah, whatever a bunch of fog tried to do to you has failed.
Cool. Appreciate that.
That was the fog trying to do stuff, not the lair action being the queasy tummy again.
It's not the magic crazy tummy effect. No,
Okay.
Cool. Any more for any more, Eri?
Oh, wait, hang on, sorry. I may have done that slightly wrong.
I mean, if you don't want to punch the fog with magic lights, it's fine.
No, so, okay, just... I had to read this out. You gain a special range attack with a range of 30 foot that uses the dex modifier and deals radiant damage equal to your martial arts die. When you take the attack action, you can spend 1 key point to make the special attack twice as a bonus action, and you can use this attack as any of the attacks using the extra attack feature. So maybe I could only have done 2 attacks, so I could have only done 1. What is the extra attack feature?
I mean, you did. Do we just not?
Oh, you just get to attack twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have so the 14 damage at the end to the Hydra. I guess we're gonna get rid of.
Okay.
Was that the one I used my reaction for? Oh, no, it was
No, you didn't need to use reaction.
No, because I was like,
The reaction was the disadvantage on was getting rid of the disadvantage on the attack against
the fog.
The fog.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
No, hey, it's we're learning.
The Hydra is slightly healthier.
Yeah. Just like the slightly burnt thing, just reheals. It's like
No. It still took 21 radiant damage. So
you still didn't explode one of its heads. So
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Just made sure it didn't heal.
Yet. Okay, Eri done. Master Heart. The band is still playing Waltzing Matilda.
That's his Royal Highness heart
It's
to
Royal
you.
I'm a Vicomte. I don't know. Actually, no, Prince does outrank me, so Your Highness.
Well, hope so. Right.
The fog bows to you.
I'm slightly irked that I haven't done any damage yet this combat because I've been doing bard things. So I'm going to do some rage things.
Punch it.
Yep. I'm going to rage with my bonus action. And
Gonna
then I'm going
rage.
to run up to the Brydra and I am going to punch it with my rapier.
As rapiers work. Nat, hush. Yeah.
Continues to be upsetting.
Well, look, we'll find something in episode 6 where someone actually uses a rapier properly. Yes, please. I also feel bad that you haven't had a chance to really destroy things. Your Highness.
I'm protecting the party. That is 31 to hit.
Oh, yeah, no, that does work.
I will roll all my dices. Oh, crap. No one go. No. Does not want to hit the table. Okay.
The floor has claimed them now.
To the floor with ye. Right. So. Oh, God, which one's which? That is 10 points of normal, well, piercing damage somehow with a punch with the rapier. Plus 3 points of radiant from my zealot something.
I just love you. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but it does. You just got to go.
I'm just
with it.
holy somewhere.
Divine Fury.
The Divine Rights of Kings. Yeah.
9 points of sneak attack damage.
Ooh.
That's the point.
Yes.
Are there other creatures within? There's the walk.
Yeah.
You've got plenty.
Yeah. Irai's there. Syrah's there. Paige is there. It depends if you consider the ghost to be a friend.
Never. I've got nothing against the ghost.
A headless ghost just gives you a thumbs up.
And that's me burning a flourish as well, which will be the you know, I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to use a slashing flourish, and I'm going to do so the flourish damage is going to carry over to the butler as well.
Oh wow!
So it is 8 points on the flourish, which also so all of that goes off the bride, and then an 8 to the butler as well.
Okay. He not. It's just that. Just he just takes that damage. That's not an AC thing.
If a weapon go away, dice roll. I can expend 1 use of my bardic inspiration to deal extra damage equal to the number I roll on the die to a target I hit and to any other creature within 5 feet. So I kind of stood next to the Brydra and I just like punch the Brydra and then just carry on through.
Sure.
A classic double punch.
Double punch. While the ghost is still scrambling to get inside of his mouth. He's like appalled. utterly
the worst day for this butler.
That was one attack. I'm going to attack twice.
A single tear goes down the butler's face as this happens.
This one might not hit her though. This one's only a 20.
It does. She's not high in AC.
Okay, but I don't get my sneak and I don't get my divine fury, so I will just have these two. That is 12 points of piercing, and that's not what I should have rolled. Yeah, I'm not going to add a flourish, so it's actually only the 12 points of piercing on that second one.
12. A hit, a veritable hit. Yeah, no. Yes, you've done a good amount of damage to this poor thing. It depends how much pity we want to feel for the Brydra. Yeah.
For that bonus, that's action. Run into the combat.
Beautiful. Syrah.
Yes. We'll turn to the butler, who is not having a good time.
If we destroy your master before you, does that end your contract?
He's stunned. He can't speak. But
he's stunned again.
Has the stun worn off? Sorry, Lola, you're mute again.
End of my turn. Sorry.
End of your turn. Oh,
yeah.
then as we retroactively, where the butler's like, oh, marvelous, I'm ow, that man hit me correctly with a rapier. Hold on, sorry. Yes, no. Once my master's dead, obviously, I'll have to deal with his will and make sure everything's set up. But yes, if I want to leave and hand it over to someone else, I probably could. Yes.
So if we defeat your master first, then you will cease to fight us.
I'm
not saying that's correct, but
I haven't really had much of a chance to fight you. Your associate there knocked me ass over tea kettle for a good 6 seconds. But yes, no.
Stop punching the butler. Got it.
Thank you. I hope you all do understand. I do need to keep fighting you.
Keep punching the butler. Got it.
Oh, Fitzwilliam, you've done it again. I just can't keep my big mouth shut. Yes. So, just again, I don't want to feel pity for my monsters, but this guy's just like, hey, it's a vampire. Like, he's not just going to give me a bad review. He could just. Also, I'll tell you what, Syrah, do you want to make... I'll tell you what, just as as a free thing, make an intelligence check.
Oh, no.
Or actually, that's the thing. How much do you think you know about vampires?
Well, it all comes down to how much Granny programmed me with, doesn't it, Tom? And whether we've encountered a vampire before. Shall I do a history check?
If you, I'm sorry I keep doing this to you, Nat, but yeah, if you want.
Nat 20 for a 21.
You have absolutely fought a variety of vampires, liches, and the undead. There is now a 4-parter coming where we do Buffy the Vampire Slayer style thing, where a small child's so your subroutine clicks in. You know that a vampire will be destroyed. If the body is destroyed, it will then return to its coffin. You need to drive a stake into its heart. The coffin will not be far away from where especially if you're in the vampire's lair. If anyone's going to know where a vampire coffin is, it's his butler.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will continue to deal with the Brydra situation first, but if you could tell us where his coffin is, that would be most helpful.
If you're familiar with your location.
Possibly do that.
Fitzwilliam,
Think.
if you do that, I will rip you into tiny shreds and I will eat every single person you have ever cared about. That's not an idle
Fog.
threat.
But
I'm
you
just
will be
gonna-
dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
The fog is echoing. Yeah.
Fog off.
Like
Fog off.
Fog off.
You will be dead.
Yeah, just mid that rampage, they're gonna quicken spell for the last time. We need to finish this fight soon. I am getting quite tired.
Oh, we've got 20 minutes. I'm sure it's all fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna quicken spell. Let's do that 5th level fireball right into that fog.
Incredibly rude. If Fog had to roll something, I assume that's a
Dex saving throw.
Cool. So with that's 23.
That does pass. Do I? Oh, do I? Yeah, I'm gonna silvery barbs that.
Fair enough. That's an 8.
Yeah, boy. Quiet, Fog. No.
No.
And he didn't change a legendary. He didn't use legendary resistance
Yes, he did.
to
Okay.
pass that.
Yeah. So now having failed this, so past Silvery Barb's legendary resistance, the last of its legendary resistance. Yeah. So still halved, but
Okay. Well, that was 35 then, down to 17.
17, you know what I mean. You hit it. The glowing fog does move 30 feet up, towards a window.
Oh. Well, that's a problem.
It's only a problem if you let it be, mon cher.
I have cast a spell this turn, so I cannot use my action to cast a spell.
But at least your tummy doesn't hurt.
To be fair, actually, I can't cast Wall of Force now anyway. I do not have the slots.
No! I cast shut that window.
Can I go?
Old monster has no effect on undead.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know,
a-
it's weird, huh?
I'm not a monster. What have I done that's at all monstrous? Hush, dear.
What kind of monsters are we fighting if not undead?
I didn't realise that. That's so weird. I'm just gonna have to fireball him.
Does hold person work for undead?
I don't have all person to check. My shackle would, but he currently doesn't have hands.
The fog slowly forms into middle finger and then drifts away.
To be fair, actually, it doesn't say they need hands.
It is vapor.
Yeah.
I hate to do that, but that is.
It just says towards a target.
That is the
I mean,
personification.
I can't cast it this round anyway
No.
because I've cast Fireball, but it does just say to fly towards a target.
We've been talking about hubris. The personification is to try and shackle vapor itself and think if you've got a jar, you could probably seal it in. But just I'm going to put chains on the wind.
What? Has he flown? He's flown up
Yes.
How far away is the window?
towards the ceiling.
The window is it's a high, it's about 50 feet, and he's gone up 30. So
Okay. I don't have any way to avoid opportunity attacks, but I will fly up as well.
okay. So you're going past the Brydra.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to break it to you. Each of these heads counts as a thing, so that's 4 opportunities.
Okay.
Do you still want to? Knowing that, do you still want to take the risk of 4 heads trying to bite you?
I might make a wisdom saving throw for it because she's lawful stupid.
I think because their reach is like 10 feet, so I think you're sort of moving up, and then you watch as the heads turn and their jaws sort of like.
No, I rolled very high. I will fly to the limit of their range.
Which is about like
Yeah.
10.
But on the way up, I will take my action to attack, to glaive attack.
The Necro Hydra.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Hydra.
That's a non-nat 20 to hit.
Smickety smackety, knocker backety. Folks, it's late. It's late and it's hot.
Snickety, snackety, knocker, backety.
Put it on a mug.
It's 11 slashing damage as
11.
Syrah flies. It's just like slicing up as she flies. And then I'm starting to run out of spell slots, but let's do it at the 4th level. So 1, 2, 3 because it's undead. Level 2, level 3, level 4. So it's going to come with 30 radiant damage.
30. And you do indeed, as you... This is mean, because these women were decapitated as the glaive comes up and takes off one of the heads again, and it just
I'm sorry your life was terrible.
As you hear a noise from down the corridor as another ghost has been summoned. But this one might not come in. Really, now having the last memory she's had of being like, yeah, these guys are just mean. But yeah,
we are trying to stop the man that did this to you.
The remaining headless ghost turns and is like, while still trying to get inside the butler.
I'm imagining foot first, just like
just that is just he's got a foot in his mouth. Like the conversation he was trying to have like Era about like, oh yeah, if you break the contract, there's just a ghost foot like going, yeah, no, break the contract. Cool. You are 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And rising.
I guess that's it then. So Paige will go in for 3 attacks on the Hydra.
Beautiful.
With a plus 10 to hit. That one was cocked. Okay, so we have a 27, a 29, and a nat 20 for a 30.
Right, okay. Check the watch. Yeah, go on.
Let's go, Paige.
Let's go, Paige. Oh, I think we might be done in time to see the athletics today.
Let me just remind myself. It is 1d8 plus 10, and then I will add the bonus for the crit. Where's my d8s? Okay.
Crit.
Okay, so one of the first bludgeoning attack goes in for 18.
18. Bam.
The second one comes in for 15.
Bam.
The third one comes in for another 15.
Boom.
And then I'm just rolling another d8 for the crit. Yeah, not adding the bonus damage.
No.
And that's another 6.
So
that's what, 52 points of damage?
Yeah. I can officially tell you this thing is bloodied quite badly. I think you, as a monster hunter, think that this thing probably doesn't have much more to go. The heads are still attached, but they are still screaming. And just, we are trying to fix this terrible problem by murdering you after you were murdered. We're the heroes.
We are putting you out of your misery. You are miserable, are you not?
We were not happy before, but we're not. Yeah, I suppose those other two do seem a lot happier now. Again, the headless ghost.
Tell us where your master sleeps. Where his coffin is.
Are you gonna actually? How intelligent? Interesting. Hey, Eri, possibly make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you've done a ton of damage.
Worst person to do this.
Ignore the disadvantage.
Okay.
Just do it.
It's not going to help.
Actually, no, that would be my reaction. If you think it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, so it's an 8.
No. You're very rude. You're all very rude. I mean, the only one who hasn't been rude is the one in the armor over there. Ruin has stayed in her proverbial lane and just been like, I'm dealing with this issue. Cool. So that was Paige.
Paige is staying put.
Paige is staying put.
Up in the Hydra's grill.
The ghost does again. Is climbing inside of the mouth of this poor butler. Does 20 points of psychic, and now has to roll a charisma saving throw. Come on, you don't want this. You don't want this. Right, okay. Hands, body. Hello. My name's Annabella. You crushed my head.
You're welcome.
Right. Cheers. Cool. I'm gonna runs just runs a distance and is making for the door, which is open. The butler's going. Butler Annabella is off on her adventures.
The door the ghost came in from?
The ghost door.
The ghost door.
Cool. Actually, I tell you what, those of you who are watching this happen and looking at the open door, I'm trying to think of what do you think is a good role for context, or I suppose it's history, maybe arcana.
Insight usually.
Insight, yeah.
I'll roll it and roll one of them for a while.
Yeah, go on.
10.
10.
Filthy 20.
20.
I'm angry, but I'm not dumb.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'm not really there.
Yeah, you're focusing on it. You're watching as the fog is floating towards the window, and you're like, Eri, do you?
I was a 10.
10. I'll tell you what. For the 10s, you two are like, there's something weird about that. Bernard, why would a ghost open a door? They can travel through walls.
They're in a body.
They opened the door beforehand.
The door opened, and then the ghost came in.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very clever, but Sean doesn't get it. Bernard does.
Yeah. A ghost wouldn't have opened the door. Something else has opened that door.
Yeah, the butler did it.
The butler didn't do it. The butler was stunned. A woman, head was exploded. The door seemingly magically opened, and a ghost came in.
I'm regretting
kids
that.
there?
I wasn't dumb now.
Can we see the kids hanging out the other side of the door?
Make a perception check. I know this is out of but...
Baton, are you helping these ghosts?
No. I'm just going to give that to you for free. Comes a voice from under the table. I am eating chocolate eclairs.
Good. Stay safe down there. That was 12.
To be fair, Baton was the tiefling. Stick-on answered the question that wasn't asked to him. Baton's like, I am also not by the door. Be quiet, Stick-on. The quieter we are, the more baguettes we get. We're not actually French, you know that. Papa wouldn't let us go to France. He says it is full of E. coli.
Then where do I have this accent?
Where did I get it from?
Where did they get it from?
The pop star. He is très amusant.
I should have found my bouquage. I should have found it.
That pun was panful.
Sublime.
I can't leave. I can't leave the
I
call.
know.
What's that layout?
Hi, me and Sean are just going to make noises at each other for a bit.
The last time I crossed Nat.
Sean, I will come over there and punch you with my rapier.
Yeah, don't try and butter her up over this. It's
like you brothers.
To be honest, if we keep going at this, we're toast. Anyway, hi, puns.
Toast.
I as Stick-on find this very funny. Okay.
You don't get an opinion, Stick-on.
Oh no! But I'm rich. Actually, Stick-on, I don't think we're going to be that rich once Papa is murdered. I think it's probably going to be given to the people, but I hate the people, and the people hate you. I hate to point it out, Stick-on was sent to the guillotine within 20 years. It's not good. Anyway, oh god, where are we? So the butler.
Has that butler ran through the door?
The butler has left. Okay, so Perivelia had thrown a dagger. The fog having basically also used a lair action, used a legendary action, has made an extra movement and is slowly but surely filtering out of this window. For those of you who are putting it together, probably I'd say from the point of view of, say, Syrah, that's not the mission. That's not the focus. From the point of view from Ruin, that would be quite fun to murder. And also, as you know, he's going to come back anyway. So I'm not saying that Bluebeard is off the board, but he's making a slow but sure getaway into the night.
Didn't he have keys?
Did he have silver? Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why he won't be getting away into the night.
Mm. And did he have a particular key? Yes.
Just the front door key, so he can't get back in his mansion. Just wait by this window.
Who's going to let him back in? The butler. Where's the butler? Gone. Has left a note by the milk, has fed the cat, and slung his hook.
Master, do not leave the house without your keys tonight. It's my night off.
I am going out too.
I'm going on holiday to look for my last person that I used to butler for.
I've come back for you, Master Bruce. I couldn't watch it happen, and then I worked with a vampire. I'm back.
I decided I was going to work for someone else in the night, seeing as you and Catwoman have retired. We shared that knowing nod.
You remember that? My accent has changed yet again.
After raising you for so many years, we shared that final goodbye nod.
My name is Fitz. My name is Fitzwilliam. Not a lot of people know that. Anyway, the vampire is escaping via an open window. I have worked really hard on this combat.
He's venting his anger.
It's biting, but it's good.
That one was window painful.
No, Sean, no.
I have gone away in my head. Call me back when there are no more puns.
Oh no, send Lola to the happy place.
The vampire. Other Gatecrasher. Still 6 seconds. People, it's been hours. 6 seconds. Again, tries to open a portal. Getting very, very close. Necrohydra. The Hydra, the Brydra, who is still here. There is. I'm gonna write this down now because I keep. Okay, there are. You've took off 2 heads. There are now 3 attacks. One is for Syrah. 2 is for Irai. 3 is for Paige. Bernard, you got up close, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
4 is a Bernard. Butler isn't there. Ghosts aren't there. Let's get down to business to do a chomp. Unfortunately, that is a Bernard bite.
Yay.
It is a nat 1 for a 10.
Does not hit me.
The next one is for the D4, is a 3, which is Paige. Paige does a 28 hit.
Yes, it will hit them.
Paige, you take 8 points of piercing from the Chomper and 6 points of necrotic.
Take necrotic?
And then for the final attack, folks, they're also, because she's still screaming, but I think it's become less. You've all become. I think because every one of you passed your check, that you're just like, yeah, cool. This is what this room sounds like now. Yeah, you're upset. I get it. I get it.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
Yeah. That the third one is another Page attack. Page. That is. Oh god, it's a 24 to hit.
I'll hit.
24 does hit. That is 8 points of piercing. That is. 8 points of necrotic.
16. Okay. Okay. Paige is not looking well.
Paige is taking a lot of damage. that said,
Paige is there to be a not meat shield. It's okay.
Paige we can replace Paige. We can
summon another one.
Yeah.
Well, not until I rest.
Yes. This isn't a granny creation. This is a gatecrasher. I mean.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Granny was involved in tinkering, and certainly you are unique, and a Paige less so. Quick question: does this unit have a soul?
How is that
mean,
a quick question?
Sold?
Wow.
Well, it's yes or no.
I mean, phew. Definitely less of a soul than Syrah.
Well, we're putting value on souls now, are we?
Hey, they're at least one coin.
It's also like when I've been playing like.
I mean, it's a modron, didn't you say?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
designed for a
modrons
mod.
don't have souls.
Wow, Lola. Wow.
Some of them do.
The law says it. The law says it.
Oh, well,
Okay.
the law is actually the thing that Modrons care about the most. And so
Yes.
they were like, incorrect. I do not feel pain. It is fine that no, sorry, Steve, I do not
I think
feel
what
pain.
creeps
They
me
might.
out more,
You know
the
what, I
most
could be
about
wrong.
modrons is that they are partly biological. They're
Yeah,
not just
design.
Maybe
mechanical.
they do.
They are
Maybe they do.
horrific. I have no idea other than
I
that
could be
they
wrong
are
about
part
law.
biological.
You are
Someone-
horrific because you are
Some
more
rules
flesh.
lawyer could tell me the truth.
Well,
I
shall
mean-
we Google it?
Yeah.
That's always the best. Do
We finished the
mod
combat, maybe.
Johns have a
runs.
soul.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, it's
more
actually here. It's literally the second. It's like the first thing. I'm just having to do modrons, and it's they don't have souls.
This unit does not have a soul, and that weirdly has inadvertently stopped a great like galactic conflict because people were like, when it was asked, people went, "Well, we looked on Google, no," and they were like, "Correct."
Well, that doesn't actually make sense because it's saying that the reason here is that modrons don't have souls because they're like demons and devils
So it
and they're
depends on what
reformed.
they're
But demons and
immune-
devils do have souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, immune to mind affecting, emotion affecting, and magic drew upon positive and negative energy. Lots of resistances. I mean,
I guess like to put things into context in terms of like Paige is more like a Roomba.
okay.
Wow.
So Paige does not have a soul.
Paige does not have a soul.
Well, but
Syrah
has a very
does.
pretty voice.
Yeah,
And you kinda
Paige has
feel
been
bad for it.
pre-programmed with like 5 stock aggressor phrases.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase to infinity and beyond. Right. Let's get this ship let's get this Normandy into the docks. So top of the round, round 4. That's right. It's taken 3 hours to do 4 rounds of combat. Ruin, you have a force cage. No, you don't. You have a box, a bunch of fog, which is currently glowing because of radiant damage, is floating out of a window.
Yeah. So it was going to fly out of a window.
Yes.
I'm going to use my last 5 charges to cast Wall of Frost again into a sphere.
Yes.
And just entrap this. Okay.
Yeah, he's got way too much stuff that we could use, and then finally, just a bit of a bell end. He should probably die.
I mean,
With that being
judgmental.
said, I am using my last charges, which means I need to roll a d20.
Mhm.
If I get a natural 1, I depower the staff. If
No.
I get a natural 20, I get more charges. So you know, it's a 2, so we're good.
Oof, oof. Cool.
Obviously,
So-
it's not actually close because we're on the dire, but yeah.
A sphere just comes round, and you've now got.
Well, it's invisible, so it's more like the fog just turns into
Yes,
a ball.
You've got a
The drop on
like,
the floor and like ding.
I think it's free
Stationary?
floating. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't
this
think you
just-
can move it once you've cast it.
No, I think it's yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
There
be
is-
free floating.
There is a.
Then I'm just going to keep casting Shatter inside it until he dies.
Fair enough. There you go. So you've enclosed this fog in the orb. It's floating there about. I think I said it's about 50 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slightly
Is
open.
the current bride hanging about somewhere?
Perivid, yes. Still sort of like shackles on her from the silver, but yes.
Where is she?
She is heading over to where the Free Queen Gatecrasher is, so like other side of the room from where the combat's happening, as he's trying to like open a portal.
Can I get to there?
Yeah.
I'd like to walk.
Yeah, no,
yeah. I'd like to walk over there and just say to Gatecrashers, stop fiddling with that. You're not going to get anywhere with it. And then turn to her and be like, so you know where his bedroom is? You know where his coffin is?
I mean, incredibly presumptive Gatecrasher, but yes, I've got an idea.
I'm not a Gatecrasher.
Kind of looks at the Gatecrasher, looks back, looks you up and down. I was like, sure, love. Yes, no, I know where the I haven't been to his bedroom or anything. I was a prisoner, but yes, I've got an idea where the coffin is. It's actually your other Gatecrasher friends there with rescuing Twist, the rabbit that was brought in with us.
Are we stood next to a table?
Yeah.
Like as a free action, can I just kick the leg out and pick it up for a steak?
Make an attack roll. Yes, good.
Well, if I'm making an attack roll, I'm going to use my Thunder Gauntlets.
as you thunder punch the
lightning that table.
Yeah.
Well, that was a natural one. So I'm
just-
going to use my reaction to reverse time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in his bedroom, but looks up and down. You're a Gatecrasher.
I'm gonna chronal shift so I can do that again.
Yes, no, it's in the.
So
coffin.
I just slightly reverse time so I can retake that leg out.
I was so going to say, yes, no, it's in the coffin. It's in where with the twist with the rabbit they brought us in with. Yeah.
What, the steak?
The coffin.
Niall, Tom was doing the same dialogue again because time was rewound.
Sorry, I'm tired.
It's fine.
Fuck me.
It's fine. This is also plot stuff that I've had in the pot as we've just been pushing. It's fine. I'll let you do.
I rolled a 2. So that's a total of a 12.
I think you should just not have had to roll to break.
I think it's funny. It's also a table. Hey, folks, we're back to what is the AC of a table?
Does
I
a
mean,
12?
to be fair,
A 12 should hit, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to screw Niall over. I don't want to screw Niall over, but at the same time, if you were a vampire, having wooden furniture with legs in it, right, that would be a risk.
I mean,
but he's also a prick, so
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, a table is wood and has an AC of 15. Yes, I'm gonna let you.
What? What table has an AC of 15?
Folks, if you got a paper cutout of a person that has a higher AC than a commoner, so if I got like a photograph of a commoner, that would be harder for me to kill. I'm just saying, this is a great game. Anyway, yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, commoner. Commoner is killed by all.
Just
rocks.
You paper cut the commoner. You've broken. You just. It's not gamey. You've just. I think. You wanted to get like a cool table leg. You've now got like a shard of wood.
That'll do.
Yeah. Cool.
You're such a fucking splinter.
Yeah. And also, so you're taking the splinter, and you're gonna head to. You're gonna ask her to.
I had a fucking torch. I could have just hammered a torch into his chest.
There are many things you could have done.
It's too late. It's too late.
You wanted to be cool. You rewound to try again to be cool, and unfortunately, you're a wizard.
I also gave you plot and just.
The pot has been abandoned by the table.
I actually can't remember what fucking plot you gave me because I'm so obsessed with this
Where
table.
the coffin is.
I think that's also very good in world that you, in your hubris, and we keep saying hubris, are more focused on I need to complete this task than being given a piece of information by this prisoner.
I'm assuming we're out of combat.
No!
No?
Hydra is still kicking
Hydra's
around.
still there.
This fucking table!
Actually, rather than she has sealed a vampire in a sphere in an effect that's going to wear off in about 2 seconds.
10 minutes.
No, because his fog's going to wear off. He's trapped in a small... How big did you make the sphere?
It doesn't matter.
10-foot radius.
Fair enough. He's just going to drop,
it's that
yeah.
big. Okay.
Well, he's not going to drop. He's stuck in a sphere now.
My fear was if you made something really small, he would be spliced, but he's not. He's just in a 10-foot sphere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then you might
Ruin.
miss some fog.
You're just like... Ruin, missed. Ruin, you've done your action. You've done a free action to try and break a table twice.
Why did she say the coffin was?
She didn't say where the coffin was. She said it was. She said
she knew where it was.
It was in the same place. It's in the same place as the rabbit.
And then implied that I was a gatecrasher.
Yes, I think that's the. I mean, rest of the players, you've picked up on what I'm putting down here, right?
It's back where the brides were, maybe? I don't know.
No.
I mean, theoretically, Paravildi, yes, met Twist beforehand, but shouldn't have known that Twist was here with us because Twist disappeared.
Twist came with you guys, and she's saying she is being kept prisoner where she was.
Well,
so Twist was not Twist.
That's the real twist.
There's always a twist in the end.
Did we bring Sylph Loki? No, we didn't.
Sylph Loki is invisible with the former, Antichrist.
Being carried around.
Just carrying around like a spoiled child.
So
and
there's
she's
just a
also,
floating Kenku.
She's drinking champagne.
Next, who's next in the turn order?
Yeah, Eri. Ruin, you're done. Eri, please finish us off.
Okay, so
I tried to
in the interest of finishing this so we could. I'm so sorry. Ira rises in a very depth voice as they bring the staff to bear. Oh shit, that was not a good roll. 14?
14 does hit though. Not much AC to this monstrosity.
I should have marked it as my favorite foe. That would have been a good thing. I would have just done loads more damage. That is a... I can add, actually. 20... oh, fuck. No, it's not 20. I can't add. It is 17, sorry.
17 points of radiant. This figure is very, very bloodied.
And we're going to hit it with the staff again. Or bearing in mind, all of this is radiant damage.
Yeah.
Well, also bad, but 15.
15 to hit. That is hit.
That is only... Is that 7 or a 1? No, that's a 7. Okay, so same amount of damage. 17.
17. Two more blows like that and this thing is down. This creature sinks down and is... Just finish us. Just end it.
Okay, fine. How about a little burning hands for you?
I don't know what that means, but if it's just going to end this, then go for it.
It's a dex save. I'm spending 2 key.
Again, it's I'm going to roll with disadvantage to be a 2. Yeah.
There wasn't that much damage. Unfortunately, it was only a 9.
9 is still. We're still in double figures, but just. Any more, Eri?
No, that's my
Cool.
action bonus action. Sorry.
Rock and roll star.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be very much the same sort of thing. It's going to be a punch with a rapier. 29 to hit.
Does.
All of the dice. Going to use the flourish as well. That's better. Right. 11 points of piercing.
Are you in?
7 points of radiant.
How do you want to do
7
this?
points of sneak.
Sean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to do this? Radiant pushed it over. You can still get your sneak in, but...
Cool.
Just sneakily attack.
I think it's literally just like all of the kind of pent up energy from waiting, like trying to kind of manage the fight and the kind of effects that were happening to everyone, and then just kind of letting loose that anger, and it's just going to start bashing until they're flat.
This thing just, whatever magic was holding it together, it just vanishes, and you see as I think it's safe to say we can come out of combat as the butler runs back in, followed by 4 headless ghosts, and he's like, right, hello, Annabelle again. Thank you for releasing us. Let's see, that one. As the ghosts all kind of, and these, oh my god. Right, cool. five entities, like with fiery eye, ghostly eyes. I'm like, okay, much appreciated. Points up to the mist having turned back into a person, being like, okay, you deal with him appropriately. We're going to go live the rest of our unlives, I guess. Much appreciated. Then they start running off.
Wait, where is the coffin?
Oh, and this is the point where the door runs in. Gatecrasher, the half-elf one, carrying an unconscious rabbit man. Yeah, sorry about that. I was busy. There was vampire spawn. Found Twist down there. Thought that he's unconscious, but I think we can safely. Yes, coffin. So the coffin is in the basement. We can go work on that. I know you told the free green to stop, but he's still like, let me just get it as a as a sword sticking through his chest. And he's like, starts falling. A invisible hand snatches out of the air. And is sort of like steps forward, drops it, looks like a rabbit man, looks like a blonde man in a trench coat, and is like, well, I had to trade this for my freedom, but good to see you, Ruin. You really fucked it with that table, didn't you?
Both Syrah and Paige, eyes glow red, turn, and I know it's not technically my turn yet.
Yeah, you're out of
but I'm dashing straight towards.
We're going.
I know it's time, Tom, but Syrah cannot lose another Gatecrasher.
Yes, we are going into slow motion as I'm going to give you everybody can have one split second action to do something as this is this is occurring.
Can I just get there? A step of the wind.
As a step of the wind, you're up in front of Constantine Gatecrasher as the portal is starting to form.
Can I grab him?
Wait, this is not Sylve Loki. This is Constantine.
This is Constantine. You don't
Rainbow
know where-
jacket.
This is Rainbow Jacket, yeah.
Now, I don't know much about the keys, but presumably it's opening a magical portal.
Yes.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
Yeah. What do you have a level you want to cast that at?
Oh, it's 9th level.
Well, if it's a 9th level spell, then I might as well just roll for it because I can only cast up to 5th.
I tell you what, roll for it, and we'll see what's about to happen.
Okie dokie. So I've only got, I think, +5.
Can you flash your genius as well?
Yeah. Using my spellcasting ability. Yeah, which is 5. So yeah, potentially a 10 if I have to. Yeah, I rolled a 5, so that would only be a 15, so there's no point.
I mean, you can if there's anything else anyone wants to boost to.
Oh, I can't boost that.
Oh,
I
do you
was
still
going
have
to
the
do something
bardic?
else.
Wait, no. Does
Do you
bardic
have the-
count for it?
Did you use your bardic?
Yeah, for damage.
Yeah.
Has anyone got silvery barbs?
Yes, but I was going to hold it in case it got out of mine.
I mean, Tom, my turn hadn't ended, and I can still use bardic inspiration with a bonus action. So, would
Absolutely.
you allow me to? That'd be my free action.
That's fine.
Fucking nail them.
We're going into like slow motion, like freeze frame. As you bardic, so you can
Add a D8, is that right?
Yeah.
D8, please.
I'll use my Flash of Genius, and that'll be a total of 20.
20. Again, it's going. for those on the podcast, now being at the Great Gatsby, yes, it is a key, a silver key. It is a portal to another world. It's a artifact. It's an incredibly delicate piece of technology. As you start dispelling,
Oh no, it explodes and we'll die. I'm joking. Sorry.
Something starts. Again, the portal opens. Those of you who've seen the portals know how big they are. It's getting bigger. Things are just rising. It's
I've not had a chance to do my thing.
yes, this is as things are spreading out.
But
Sarah,
it might change whether he gets to move his hands and do that or not.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Shackle at 4th level.
you can do that. Go ahead. What does he have to?
Well, first of all, as she's diving, she says, "Sorry, Paige. We will see you next time." Drops concentration. Shackle, he needs to make a strength saving throw.
21.
I actually rolled to hit first. Sorry.
Sure. Let's see if it.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits. Strength is 21.
Okay. Silvery Barbs is saving throw.
Cool. Reroll. It is a 12.
Great.
Shackled.
Shackled.
As I said, sort of like it doesn't complete it. Dispel, also crackling. The thing with the portal, you sort of see what looks like it's possibly a Avernus that he was trying to open. It's now changing. It's altering. It's, again, like I've said, the portal is opening up. It's He's shackled and is there going, "No, you fool, what are you doing? I need to control." Whoomph, he disappears through the portal. It's spreading out. from just up above you here. You idiots! You have no idea of keys! As the portal is spreading out and out and out.
But I restrained him.
Oh, he's gone. You know, you broke the spell. He's restrained. The spell was dispelled. It's gone wrong.
Right.
It's
okay.
opening up. He's disappeared into the portal.
He took 15 points of bludgeoning damage as he fell through.
That makes he's going to take. Actually, now I'm thinking about where he's going. It's going to be a lot worse for him now. He can't use his hands. I'm afraid you're all going to be sucked into this portal. If you can all make what is going to be an astronomical strength check, or you could. It's a 25, as basically the universe is ripping itself apart.
Great.
I don't think I can do that. Unless I use a flash of genius, my last flash of genius.
Sorry, very quickly. What was it that you used? It wasn't dimensional shackles, was it?
No, it's the spell shackle.
Spell shackle. Why won't that come up on my app?
Yeah, let him have a spell.
It's from Adventures in Oz. It says check with your DM before using, and I did. And Tom said it was okay.
I did.
That'd have been a homebrew one that Chris sorted out for us. I think I DM'd that. I know I DM'd that game.
I mean, so Nat, just I know we're coming to the end, folks, but Nat, what does it? Shackles? Does he have to break out with strength?
Restrained by magical bands for an hour, and he can make a strength saving throw at the end of each of his turns.
Every turn for an hour, bastard.
That's just every 6 seconds, like.
But
no,
actually, no.
no.
As a bonus action, I can move the shackled target up to 20 feet. So I technically control where he goes. So can I stop him from falling? Can I just hold him? I guess we're all falling as well.
You're all falling, and sort of like, weirdly, like, if it's like an immovable force kind of thing, that he's going to be pulled. Again, I'm not going to get into description of what it would look like, but as a portal is trying to rip you through and something's holding on to you by your hands.
What if we used teleportation to move away from the portal?
If that's what you want to do.
We're stuck, essentially. We're stuck.
Folks,
well, I'm going to point out I have nothing that I can do, except for I am wearing a belt of fire giant strength, which gives me plus 12. However, it's not going to help me from rolling a 4. So with a 16, Bernard is going hurtling towards this portal.
Bernard goes fly again, like we're in slow motion, and this is the Gatecrashers report of the incident that happened in the Bluebeard Castle. Known lost entities: 1 Gatecrasher, 1 Bernard Hart, as Bernard disappears through the portal. Anyone else? I think
I'm like right in front of it. There's no way.
Eri, 1 Eri, as Eri goes vanishing. Anyone else?
Sarah rolled a 10 and she was already flying that way.
Gatecrasher trainee Syrah, and Ruin. Just Niall. What is it that you want to do as you feel your boots scraping across the floor as you're travelling towards this portal?
I think Ruin looks over and sees the floating Kenku with the champagne flute.
Cheers.
And looks up to the vampire in the vampire smoke, and I'm gonna misty step towards them away from the portal.
Cool. How far are you misty stepping?
30 foot, I believe.
Cool. Can you just?
And then I'll use the rest of my movement to.
Can you make a strength saving throw with advantage, please? This thing is spreading out and out and out.
God. Don't know how much an advantage is.
It's an easier DC because you're not right in the eye of the storm.
Okay, that was a 17. And I'll use my last flash of genius to boost that up to a 22.
Amazing.
I guess like my armor starts like propelling hellfire to push me further
that's
away.
The sort
from
of thing.
us.
Like you feel the drag of this portal, and I'm going to say like bits of your armor are being dragged off, but You blast yourself forwards. You are out of the way of this portal. The half-elf Gatecrasher sort of throws himself, gets hold of the key, and I suppose you're the only person who watches as his hand literally like just crumples in on itself, and fuses, and he just and the portal is now shut. Cool.
He's
Ruin,
still here.
You're still here.
He's still here.
No, he's dragged in with it. The portal's shut, and his hand's gone, but the portal is now closed. There is a Kenku who's been held up. There is a vampire in a sphere. I guess you've got a castle.
What happened to Gatecrasher?
You're free, Kreen. He's also you're all again slow motion, like falling as you're going through the portal. And that, folks, is where we are going to draw the line for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. If you have enjoyed the content that we've put out and you've stayed with us the entire time, we are incredibly grateful. We play Dungeons and Dragons 6 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays. I think our scheduling is all a bit mixed up at the moment, but please go on our social media, which is Roll Together RPG on most of the social media, to find out what we're up to. Also see clips. Maybe we'll get clips from this as I slowly but surely lose my mind and be like, it's not ending. Why did I do this? Once again, where I'm just like crossing things off. I'm like, these guys, they're strong, but I can't just keep throwing things at them. They don't need haunted armor. Anyway, massive thank you to our sponsors and our supporters. Yes, thanks for sticking around. I'll say it again. Thank you to the players. We have podcasts. Also, D20 Club. Dimension 20 Club is a... not Dimension 20 Club, that's a different thing. Anyway, it's a D20 Club. You are the dice heads. You are great. You are beautiful. You give us one of your local currency that can be translated into a goat, which is used to keep No Die Park running. If you give us 5 goats, you get to see bloopers. You get to see extra content. Yeah, I'm just going to end this. Everyone is hot and tired. Now I've just got attacked by a cat, and that's the perfect out. Thank you very much, all. Always stay classy at the table. Good night.